Okay, back for another recap. Have learned from our mistakes. He'll not be doing this in 5 session chunks. 10 sessions. Oh, session 50 to starting session 50. Like this was right after sort of side session. It is the Kappa still in control of that the giant ice place?
Yeah, that was the city of the gay giants that had all the sex.
Right.
Oh, this is what I come in on.
Excellent timing.
So glad.
Absolutely wonderful. Okay. Yes, okay, I remember this. So we are traveling through the snowlands. We get a sled, and this is like basically a what's the word? Not quite a skill challenge, but kind of a skill challenge in where during each day Katal has a chance to like take over and like travel stuff. So apparently day 2 we almost fall off the mountain.
Oh, right.
Yes. Day 3 Katal tries to stab Shura.
Like you do.
And then I think at
That was
the
a fork, right?
yes. Because that was all that all that he had.
All that we gave him.
And then on day 4 we finally make it there. Right, there's a bunch of like giants on patrol, and we try to sneak past, and Katal takes over, and he like recognizes the place, and he starts calling to the giants to come rescue him.
Yeah, we were trying to like sneak by them because they were like patrolling, and immediately he's just like, "Hey, we're over here."
Yes.
Come attack us.
So we did have to fight a few of them. Frozen River, Tall Tower.
Frozen River.
I think this section was
Yeah, there was a frozen river that we needed to cross or get under, I think. And there was like a couple of like towers that were above the ice that we sort of went and like popped through.
Yeah, you guys
Just to see what
basically
there was.
over like the next like session and a half, you explored the 3 towers from 3 levels.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Did we find any? We found a book that I never read. I really got to get into that. Reading that book. But
that'll be good.
yeah, for the most part, the towers above ground, I think, were like abandoned.
Yes.
Or like being used by the giants, but they were from like, ancient
The
civilization
oldie times.
that had created them. One of the towers, we found a book that was in a abyssal or something, that we thought like detailed like How to Train Your Dragon, basically.
Yes, because
But we never transcribed it.
one of the rooms was like a dragon breeding thing. Well, we were unsure, but we found a bunch of like old eggshell. And that's where we found the book. So we assumed that it was like dragon stuff.
Yeah, I think there was like, I don't know. I don't remember what the specifics was, but yeah, there was like pictures or something, and there was eggshells, and seemingly looked like some sort of dragon nest.
Yeah, diagram.
Yeah.
Make it to, let's see, the next tower is like food storage, and everything's obviously rotten in there. There was the giant at Pissing Point that we like kicked off the edge.
Oh, we skipped. Did we skip the most important room though?
I think that's
the condom room.
I think that's after.
No, the orgy room was before Pissing Point.
Was it the torture room?
Because that's what we.
Because
that was what we jumped into to get down below the river.
Yeah. I
oh,
think it was
yeah.
Yeah, because the condom room was like the middle level.
The condom
Yes.
room, yeah. So we jumped down below the ice to get to the major fortress, and it was just the room that we jumped into was just all like giant sex paraphernalia.
Yes. They were air quotes animal intestines.
Mm-hmm. But were they used? I think they were like used or something. It was gross.
They were used, and because the place is all icy, frozen to the walls.
Yes.
All to the walls. So after they finished,
yeah,
they flung it on the wall. That's
real
horrible.
classy guys.
Real classy, yeah.
And then immediately after that room, we found a guy peeing off of.
Yeah, that was Pissing Point.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we just snuck up on him and kicked him off the edge.
Which is canonically the name of Pissing Point.
Yes. Yes.
I actually call it Pissing
That
Point.
that is the point of that cliff.
Yeah.
We found a room with maybe meteors? Anti-rocks?
Meteor. Yeah. There was it was the room just before we went down even lower into the fortress. And I think we ended up taking a short rest there or something, or healing.
Yes.
And in the corner there was a bunch of clay pots filled with strange multicolored rocks. And I remember scooping one of those. We have it in the bag of holding.
I think we figure out later that they're harvesting, but
yeah, just down below in the mine. It's the same stuff.
We later realized that there are a bunch of lanterns on the section, and I think some of us fail to save here, but get snapped out of it.
Yeah, when we get down to the lower, the lowermost level of this dungeon, it's a big ice river that flows down in one direction, and in this big area, there were 5 or 6 of these lanterns that shone a blue light, and right as we walked down in there, we were immediately taken by them, and they tried to pacify us, I think.
Which I think got all of you except for Sigrid.
Jesus
and
Christ,
Sigrid was the
right.
one who broke us all free.
Yeah, so the blue light is that connected to the plane of water? Is that correct? Do we know that?
I don't have that up in front of me right now.
That's fine. But it's it's
keep talking, I'll figure it out.
It's planar magic. That they put in the lanterns, and they will influence people, their mentality and their emotions. And it influenced us because we all failed to save except for Sigrid, and that means that we just wanted to just fucking chill
and not
really
do anything.
Wanted to relax and not do anything. And it was really sort of jarring because we're all sort of we all have a stick up our ass and we're all locked in, and then suddenly we were like, nah, man, let's fucking chill. Let's hang out. Let's crack open this 1,000-year-old bottle of wine we found.
Right, yeah.
And then I think that effect either lapsed or Sigrid knocked us out of it. I don't remember.
I have that Sigrid got us out of it, so
Okay.
I think
Yeah,
Sigurd
that
like broke
would,
the lantern that was next to us.
yeah, that would make more
Yeah.
sense because they're using those lanterns to keep the slaves cooperative.
Pacified. Yeah.
And then we ended up destroying the rest of the lantern, so we wouldn't have to deal with that problem anymore.
Yes. And then further down, we discover the researchers and the prisoners. They're mining these rocks that we found in previous hour.
Yes. Yeah, there was a bunch of rooms in this larger space that we were in at first, but they were mostly just like exploratory stuff.
Yes, but we find a treasure hoard.
We do.
Yes.
That had a gun in it, a rifle in it that was very familiar to us.
Yes. And also a bunch of sleeping giants.
And a bunch of sleeping giants. We said, I'm leaving. We're not dealing with that. The gun, the rifle was familiar to us because there is a mercenary who we've run across a couple of times named Kavardi Gobardi who wields one that looks very similar to it. We were like, why is he here? That's very strange.
Someone we enjoy very much, who has
Yes.
definitely shot at us multiple times.
He definitely did.
But he's your friend.
But he's our bud.
He's our bro.
Yeah.
Keep moving on. Find a meditation room that I don't think we've figured anything out about.
That's literally so. In my notes for session 51, I literally only wrote something down about the meditation chamber. That's it, and all it was just meditation chamber? Question mark.
Yes.
We really were like, yeah.
Yes.
We were really like into that, trying to figure out what the meditation chamber was, and David
Yeah.
kept telling us it's probably just
literally
just
nothing.
go to meditate.
Yes.
It's like not anything crazy. We just don't understand the idea of meditation. We don't get it.
Yes.
Too type A.
Or magic, apparently.
Yes, also, yes.
And then just past that, we find the waterfall. This leads to the like hill that leads into the mine where the prisoners are used to collect all of these rocks.
Yes.
They're
mining like an ancient meteor from a different plane.
And this is where we find our good friend Kavardi Gabardi.
Yeah, he's trapped in a prison cell.
Yes.
And he's like, thank God you guys are here.
So we free them all. And I think
we
find...
There's like two scientists that we end up knocking out, I think.
Yeah. We
interrogating.
Like fight the guards and then realize they're mostly just researchers who are intimidating because they're giants.
Yeah.
So we question them about it.
Let's see. Yeah, they tell us that they are mining a meteor. Yes, you wrote this down. A meteor swarm spell that was cast during a battle with the demonocracy, like forever ago.
Yeah, because the city used to be a demonocracy stronghold before Triogenes, your boy, Jesus nuked it out of the sky.
Yeah, right. What if Jesus just had meteor swarm?
Yeah, right.
See, the thing is that I don't think real Jesus would have any magic powers. I think he would be like, I'm not doing that.
Amazing.
Triogenes is built different. I understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what they're mining, and they're mining this stuff for the obscurity because they want to use the meteor bits from other planes to distribute to their various needs, like lanterns and fucking mech cores and stuff.
Yes.
Shit like that.
Yeah, I think you pretty sure you did learn they are primarily refining it into the various elemental oils.
Yes. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. He was humble. Jesus was, anyways.
Unlike some people we know in this campaign.
Unlike some people. Y'all will never be.
We fight the leader of the giants.
We do. We end up luring him out to like, I think we like kept one of these scientists alive that we were interrogating, and we were like, come just like get your main giant dude to come over here without any of his buds.
Yeah.
And we'll just jump him and kill him.
We
and then
we used him for bait,
do whatever you want.
basically.
Yeah. And these scientists were like, if you don't kill us, then we'll like, you know, reinvent ourselves. we'll repent or whatever, and we'll not do obscurati stuff anymore. And we're like,
yes,
fine. I don't know if I fully trust you, but I don't really want to kill you right now. So, yes, we lured out just the leader and none of his buds, and just jumped him, and it didn't take very long. I
fear. And then from there, we find the Lich, which is what Grappa's been looking for, so he can separate himself, or separate Leon Catal from body.
Leon Catal.
So that he can control the body fully. And it turns out that the Lich will agree to do this for us if we set him free, so he can achieve his revenge against the clergy.
Yeah, and we were like, I don't really know if we want you to do that. So we like had an aside, and we were like, should we let him do this?
And he was
all like, no.
He was also very reasonable. And he was like, when I have my new kingdom, you'll all have a place in it.
Yeah, he was very, you know, very generous in that regard, and for that, I think he has a place in my heart for that. But,
yes.
Yeah, we stepped aside and we talked about it, and we were like, so we don't really want to do this. So what we're thinking is we're going to agree.
We're gonna say that we'll do this,
and then right when he is like free, we'll kill him or try to, anyways.
And then we did just that.
Yeah, I think there was also a point where there was like he wanted to like make a deal, and he wanted to like do evil things, and Nasty was like, we should just do it. I think we should just do it. It's fine. I don't care. I can handle more burdens on my body. And we were like, no, you really shouldn't. And it was like sort of a thing.
Yeah.
She really wanted to make sort of evil and corrupt deals with people.
But it turned out we didn't need to worry, because the Lich was so ancient that because the Lich was frozen.
He was frozen in a block of ice.
Yes, and when we melted the ice, he just disintegrated because he was so ancient and had rotted so much.
Yeah, but from within the ice, before he was released, he cast the spell on Leon Catal and removed Leon's soul from his own body, so our friend Alexander Grappa could take his place. And I'm glad he's in there and I'm out here. I literally think we made that fucking joke. And he's the sheriff. And so yeah, I think that was Leon like dying in that point.
Basically.
Yeah, and then we released him from his icy prison, and
he also taught you the ritual that you use for basically the rest of this adventure.
He did, yes.
The soul transfer thing.
Yes, it was basically that is what he did, and then just like instead of was it that what he did to Leon was just sort of removing his soul and replacing it with another, or was it something?
So like Grappa had told you like this was like this Lich's like entire area of expertise, but they were like so these two things he did were like related but separate.
Gotcha. Okay, so they were different things. Yes, he taught us how to sort of inhabit the bodies of other people, and we were going to use that later on. Yes, and then we released him from the ice, and he disintegrated into a bajillion pieces because he's thousands of years old.
Yes,
and was just bones. He was truly just bones. So after that, what? I think we just sort of made our way back with all of the prisoners, and
Yes.
we have mostly had Mr. Kovardi take care of the prisoners on the trek back, and then we sort of separated because we had to do some
needed
other
to
stuff.
get straight to.
Yes, there was a big obcon was happening elsewhere, and we needed to infiltrate it. And we needed bodies to do so.
And conveniently, we found some.
We did. Yeah. There was sort of a bit of a long period of time. Well, I guess it was only like 5 days where we took time to get bodies members. And I think this is specifically, it was the train that we had infiltrated originally to get Katal.
Yes.
He was like shipping people to this meeting discreetly. And so we were like, okay, we're gonna get some of these dudes and we're gonna take them and we're gonna inhabit their bodies. And we did that. And we had some time, I think, to sort of stew about this while we waited, I want to say. Mm-hmm. And there was some stuff we had to discuss or didn't discuss, I suppose. So this was when I guess the thing about the big reveal for Nastya and Ryukin happened in session like 49 or 48.
Yeah, it was like
yes,
right
48.
Yeah, so just so we are aware of what's happened there, when we initially kidnapped Leon Katal, he was on a train car with a vampire whose name was Tatiana
Markov.
Taraklova. Okay, Markov. Who was like one of Nastya's retainers or something, like one of her bosses. And immediately knew both Nastya and Ryukin. Or was she the one that like literally ate Ryukin? Like sucked her?
She was literally the one that ate Ryukin.
She sucked her. Okay, yeah. So she was the one who like possessed all of Ryukin's memories that she had taken from Ryukin, like just hanging out in her head. And this was a struggle point. So we ended up like doing a like big full combat thing, and we kept Tatiana alive. And we took her back to our hotel room. We like we like did like fucking Weekend at Bernie's style, like put sunglasses on her and then like walked her back to her hotel room.
Yes.
And tried to interrogate her, but her lips were sealed. So essentially Nastya had to suck her, eat her. Yes. And it was like it's like the first time that like Nastya had like eaten another vampire to death. And so she got all of Tatiana's memories as well as all of Ryukin's memories in her own head. And at this point it was sort of revealed that Ryukin's retainer, aka the love of her life, Fiorella Cipriano, had been manipulating her from the very start and was the one who took all of her memories so she could sculpt her into the perfect little soldier. And Nastya kind of described this to Ryukin, although it was very sort of in a passive-aggressive kind of pointed, hey, listen, it's not my fault, but you're so stupid for not realizing this before, kind of way. And it sort of put them both in a bad place.
Rukin is
each
in
other,
major denial.
Super, super, super denial. Yes. Because that's like that's like, in her 7 years of existence, Fiorella Cipiano has always been there for her and has like always been there to like, house her and feed her and keep her safe.
She's always been odd, but never evil.
Exactly. And she's always been like just nice enough to like, get Ryukin to stay, but like not nice, not too nice to be able to like, actually like create a real relationship with her.
I mean, she wants to be the Pope. How evil could she possibly be?
She wants to take the whole damn church. And she wants her little lapdog with her. So that being said, that was just before we took this trek up this mountain. And sort of like the whole trek up the mountain, the two of them were very icy with each other, no pun intended. And it was difficult for everybody. It was all sort of awkward. And it was difficult for battle because they would literally avoid each other in battle, and it would like cause both of them to like almost get fucking close to death like immediately. And it was really frustrating, at least for Reika. She was like losing her damn mind over it.
But that is like the underlying tension throughout this whole like 10 session stretch.
Yes, and it was like one of the biggest reasons why Nastya was like with the Lich. She was like, let's take a freaky Lich deal. Like, who fucking cares? Like, I don't care. I'll just make myself worse. It's fine. It's not like my life could get any more fucking worse than this. We're all like, no, we're not doing that. We're not fucking doing that.
Yes.
So during these, jump back forward to the present, during these like 5 days while we wait for Grappa to sort of like prepare everything for us, we have a lot of time to just fucking kill, and it like it's a struggle. I think so Ryukin is like trying to be normal, I think, throughout all of this. But Nastya is just completely stonewalling her and also making everything kind of difficult. Just being in her presence, she like stonewalls Ryukin, but she also tangentially sort of stonewalls everybody else too. So like she will like never be in a room alone with someone. Like always has to like yeet the fuck out. And I think this is not when Nastya went out and ate a vampire spawn. That was previously, right?
Oh, it is. It's just after.
Okay. Yeah,
because
Nastya,
there
like,
were 5 separate days, so wasn't like day 1 or day 2. It was during this session of that.
At some point. Yeah. So Nastya like went out on her own, and because we are in Drakkar, which is where she's from, and where the vampire mafia are from, there's a bunch of, it's easy to find sort of just a like mindless vampire spawn just sort of like roaming alleyways, and she found one, and I think she toyed with it for a while, sort of like it was just like a fucking thing that you can play with, and then ended up killing it and eating him. Which is, it's nice.
Very Rekka coded.
Yeah, isn't that so funny? I think at the end of this 5 days, Reika gets fucking sick of the atmosphere, and she initially asks Shura to just do like a temperature check with Ryukin, and see how it goes. And what if Ryukin was like, it's fine, but it's not my fault, and I like can't do anything because Nastya's not being cooperative. I think it's basically what she said.
Ryukin is like, I want to settle this, but Nastya won't do anything about it. So if she won't do anything, then I won't get anything by trying to make her do something. So I will just go on as because we still have a job to do, and I need to stay alive in order for us to finish the mission, etc., etc.
Yes. Yeah, we've sort of facilitated an environment where the mission kind of is more important than each other, and that's sort of pushing against how we're actually interacting with each other now. It's a point of contention. Yeah, and then so Shura had reported back to Rika, and she was like, Rika kind of sees it as a lost cause, and there's nothing she can do. And Rika's fucking pissed. She's so bad about it. So she just stormed off and got Nastya in a room alone and confronted her about it. And there were various things that they spoke about, trying very hard not to be angry about it, but
definitely about it.
Yeah, they were pissed about it. Let's see. I think it was like Reika was frustrated that Nastya does not tell the truth ever, and was mad that she hides things all the time and that she runs away from things all the time. And she finds it very frustrating, and it sort of makes being in a group with her and by extent Ryukin incredibly difficult. And basically the whole time Nastya was running around Reika in circles, like really trying not to say anything that actually mattered, doing exactly the same thing that she always does that Reika was confronting her about. I think in the end, Reika just said some shit like, I need you to tell the truth, and I need you to like not hurt yourself because I can tell that you're hurting yourself because like I see you as like one of the only people here that like I don't know, I get and makes sense to me. And it kind of ended on that, and they both didn't really like hearing it, I think. Yeah. I think that was like the last scene that we had during these 5 days of downtime. Did we do anything else?
No, I think that was it.
Okay. So then afterwards, we started hashing out the plan for the big infiltration.
Notes for the next session kind of start with... Okay, so I think I didn't add anything here, but it's implied that we are starting in our drive.
Yeah, because the adventure, like 4 or 5 sessions before this, started with a prologue, but like that prologue was actually you guys are on the island.
The introduction of the characters who we eventually take over, and so we already knew that was happening. So that that's why it didn't happen. So it starts with us already there, yes, and we get the whole introduction out of the way. And I think this was the big reveal that
Nicodemus had Andre's body.
Was taken over Andre.
Yes, so Andre von Recklinghausen is the son of Victor Frankenstein. What's his name?
Wolfgang von Recklinghausen.
Wolfgang von Recklinghausen, who is the son of Gotthard Jaeger, who is like Reika's like white whale. So this guy is kind of a big deal for her. He's like um um kind of the same as her, but not really, and younger. So she like sort of sees him as sort of a weird nephew and also she feels bad because she killed his dad. um, but they had like a thing where they like spoke to each other about seeing eye to eye and stuff, and she has like a weird relationship with him, and it's weird to see his body being controlled by the most evil man of all time.
Yes. The absolute worst.
The worst man ever.
But here we are. Reika has to deal with that new. He very much wants to act, but we decide against.
Yeah. Oh,
Just
we should
leave.
mention.
But
Jesus. Sorry, I just threw my phone across the room.
please.
We should mention who we are.
Oh yes.
What
That
bodies
would
we are.
be.
Yeah, if you guys have that information handy, go right ahead.
You put it in our group chat one time. I'll see if I can find it.
Yes.
Because we're all like these like really fucking stupid looking dudes.
Yes, we do.
I've got it here somewhere.
Yeah, we're like 4 guys and like 1 girl. The bodies that we're controlling, and they're all really weird.
Yeah, the names are here. I don't have the description.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I've got the names and the images in our group chat. So Reika is taking the control of a woman named Olivia Hatsfield, who's Rizuri, I think. She's an elf, and she was like a spy or something. Ryukin was taking control of a guy named Bruce McDruid.
Such a great name.
Who truly just looked like a rabbi.
And from what I recall, really was just a guy.
And he was not even a druid, right?
No,
Like,
yeah, which was the worst thing, because how are you named McDruid? And you aren't a druid.
Bruce McDruid comes from a long line of druids.
And what,
yeah.
failed
And
his bloodline?
Like, I'm not going to do that.
That's really funny. And then Shura was taking control of a guy named Ken Don, who also just truly looked like a middle-aged man.
He was, yeah, just
looks
a
like
guy.
the dude I work with. I mean, yeah, just really normal. Sigrid was taking control. Oh my god, this picture is so funny. Was taking control of a guy named Gran Giscard. And he looks like a thumb. I don't know. So
I don't have the pictures up, so I don't remember.
Yeah, I only have the names, but
I couldn't match the names to the faces until you said he looked like a thumb, and I was like,
it's that guy. It's that guy. I'm gonna send his picture to us, and maybe we can describe him.
Yeah, that's a thumb.
That's a thumb. He's wearing like a black robe or something with like gold on the shoulders, and then his head is truly just
a thumb.
Quite thumbish. Yeah.
And he's completely bald.
Yeah, just toe to tip. I'm sure he's just completely hairless. And then Nastia finally took control of a guy named Oskin Liguirio. Good heavens. And this guy just looks like John Rogue.
Yeah, and this guy, he wasn't here to like change the world or anything. He was just really into doing horrible things.
Yeah, he was just into the idea.
This guy was just like, I'm not gonna fake it. I'm just a shitty dude.
I think for the most part, like all of these people that we had taken control of were kind of like idealistic about the idea of like changing the world and like what the Obscurati was doing, except for this fucking guy.
Yeah, this guy was like, we're probably gonna ruin a lot of lives along the way.
Yeah. And he had a great time with that. So these are the bodies of people that we're inhabiting as we infiltrate this meeting.
Yes. told to mingle. We're like brought to the main floor where everyone is grouped together. We see a bunch of people. There's one of the guys from the Weapon Expo from way back when. Recognize.
Yeah, and before you'd gone down, you were told that you guys were getting paired up with a guy named Erskine Halfkruger.
Yes, Hofkruger, that's right. He was we'll get to him, but
The most interesting man alive.
most truly the
so
Dos
interesting.
Equis of this world. Yeah.
Because we all have to sit at like a table of 6 or something, and since we're a group of 5, had an extra packed on.
Yeah, so we were like, they truly fucking set up this convention as if it were like a workers convention.
Yeah.
Like for businesses. Like we were paired off or grouped off into focus groups. And the
Yes.
focus groups were comprised of 6. We only had 5, so they just tagged on another guy for us. And we had to meet him eventually when we went to go mingle after sort of the opening statements by our good friend Nicodemus, aka Andre von Recklinghausen, was
Your other good friend,
done.
Hans Pierre.
Yes. Oh, we love him. Fuck that guy.
And I think this was where you decided, oh, this is the how did you describe him? The world's worst libertarian?
The world's worst libertarian. Yeah, that's what I did call him. No, I called him that after he told us his big plan about turning the entire world into a libertarian paradise.
Oh. So in like 30 more minutes.
Yeah, like soon,
Yeah,
like
soon.
shortly. Yeah, so we met up with Erskine Hofkruger after the opening statements when there was like a point to mingle. And interestingly, point to note, a lot of these people that were sort of like bumming around in this central area of this conference room where we were mingling were ghosts. Like we met ghosts of people that like we knew from history, that were just sort of like hanging out. And to describe these ghosts, I needn't do that because just think of a force ghost and that's all they are. And they're just like hanging around.
They are in fact blue.
They are blue and they're sort of translucent in that kind of way, and you can just kind of talk to them. But yeah, we met some people from like the past. So there was like the woman who like made guns or whatever who was here. And Abe Lincoln was there. That's correct. Yeah, a bunch of people that we like kind of just weirdly know. And then we met up with Erskine Hofkruger, who was a dwarf, and he was just like a guy who had a job, a normal man job, and he was extremely boring.
He was the most plain person.
Yes, very boring,
and not very talkative.
Yeah, he like hated the idea that he had to talk to people at a place where you have to mingle and network. It's crazy. We had a conversation with him, albeit it be kind of awkward because he didn't really want to talk to us. But during that conversation, Nastya inside the body of that one fucking guy, like incited or like with her like vampirely wiles or whatever, like discerned that he was not a real person, and was in fact a duplicate.
I mean, Nastya does have all of that, but she is also a spirit medium.
Oh yeah, sure. yeah. She's also that. She discerned that he's like not a guy; he's a duplicate, which means that he's a robot, built by our good friend, good friend, Mr. Pemberton, whatever his first name is. Benedict Pemberton. So
we weren't
the
entirely
guy...
sure, but we were definitely sure.
Yes, yeah. So
Pemberton doesn't deserve his real dragon name. We don't use that here.
No, I'm not gonna use it. I'm calling him Pemby. What? You kidding me? I'm calling him Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah, honestly.
So yeah, essentially we figured out very quickly that we were probably being spied on by Pemberton pretty much the entire time. Which is awesome. We love that. He loves to sort of meddle in our affairs in various ways. What happened afterwards?
People that we're basically explained. We're given the like elevator pitch for all of the different ways that they want to create utopia, basically.
Shall we start with the overarching concept first?
Oh yes. So I
I believe it was Jer who broke down the mechanics.
he gave like intro speech gonna happen.
Yeah, like Nicodemus came out first, and he was like, "The world is fucked, and we have the means to make it better."
Yes.
Yeah.
You do the rest.
And there are what 8 different concepts, and the whole point is that we're gonna do it's very democratic. We're all gonna like go around and hear everyone's pitch, then we're gonna discuss amongst ourselves in our little focus group, and we're gonna put it to a vote, and then based on there will be like preliminary voting, and then there will be final voting, and the preliminary vote will be just to see like how everyone is feeling of the different options, and then we're gonna be mingle and try and convince people to go to the other, and the final vote will be what the ob will eventually decide to do.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
the Ob has been studying planar magic for centuries, and they've uncovered a ritual where they can change the current planes that are linked to the material world, and they have found other potential planes that could replace them that would have different properties, both in terms of how they would affect the physical world and how they would affect how people behave. And you're gonna choose a proposal that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, air quotes
And
works.
the proposals we had to listen to were wild. So let's see. I guess we'll just go down the list because there's what, 8 of them? Yeah.
There's 5 core proposals.
5? Yeah.
And some
All
weird.
right. Let's see. Where do I start?
With your boy.
Oh, yeah. So I think was each of these proposals presented to us. They weren't all presented by members of the Ghost Council, but some of them were.
Yeah, 2 of them were presented by the Ghost Council.
Yes.
The Arboretum with McBannon, and then the Watchmakers with Vladimir.
Right. Yes. So speaking of the Arboretum, that's the one that we saw first. The presentation we saw first, and that one was presented to us by Reed McBannon, our best friend,
back.
Oh boy.
who we definitely murdered, and then came back, and he came back as a ghost.
from the dead.
Yeah, I mean, technically, you didn't murder him.
That's
as far as
true.
you knew, he murdered himself.
We foiled his plans irrecoverably,
Wow.
and he killed himself in a holding cell while he was awaiting trial, quote unquote. But yes, he had been our nemesis like months and months and months and months ago, and now he's back, baby. And just so we all know, he looks like Randall Park for Fresh Off the Boat.
Blue.
Absolutely.
But now he's blue.
Because he's
so
a
if that
Force
gives
ghost.
you good. Yes, he's. What if Randall Park was a Force ghost? Sort of how it goes. He explained to us the Arboretum, a plan in which they would replace Ooh. Why didn't I just say replace A, E, and C? That doesn't fucking help anybody.
I mean,
um,
you can just
what are
go
the
from like
names
a
of
high level.
these?
Like the specific planes don't really matter.
Yeah. So you would change various stuff that would change planes that would give the material plane more plentiful harvests, um, and very manageable natural disasters, which is good. You know, we would have like plentiful harvests enough to sort of like feed everybody healthily and safely, and the hunger would not be a problem, and weather would not be a problem. The downsides, however, were that he would be severing connections to the dreaming and the bleak gate, which are essentially in this universe the Feywild and the Shadowfell. And by severing those, we would be, I think, like killing everybody in the dreaming,
Yes.
essentially.
Yes.
Just wiping them all out, and also severing our connection with the bleak gate would mean that we are significantly more susceptible to the threat of undead. So
Also,
you know,
I believe this is where you learned the dreaming and the bleak gate. They're just two sides of the moon.
yes, yeah, that's just the moon, baby. So so yeah, this one would, you know, it would solve hunger, right? But it would also commit a lot of murder.
A lot of genocide.
Yeah, just swaths and swaths of people would die. Um, and we were like, wow, that's interesting. I think like throughout all of these presentations, by the way, we were trying to like really dissect the proposals, and like trying not to sound like we fucking hated everything that we were hearing, and like trying to engage with them, but we were also like being really contradictory about it.
We
And to the
absolutely
point where they
hated
were like,
everything.
yeah, to the point where like most of these presenters were like, stop fucking talking to me. You're really annoying. um yes, so that was that one. That was Arboretum, aka Genocide of Zombies. um the next one that we listened to was presented to us by Catherine Romana, I think that was her name,
Yeah,
who was like a previous royal or something,
yeah. So
but
she
isn't
was
anymore.
she's descended from a former queen of Reserve.
Yes. And
So her family has connections, but she's a fucking nobody.
yeah. This one was called the Colossus, where, see, this is the shit with the names that I was talking about in the last session. This would essentially grant a select few people true name power or whatever, where they would like know the
Yeah.
true names of planes or something, in which knowing them would grant them like the elemental power of that plane. um and they would give that to a certain few people, and then like those people would be sort of the ones in charge, I believe. Yeah, and power would, like, you know, like cycle, because people would die. Like this wouldn't give them like longevity or anything. This would just be like, hey, this is, you know, when you die or whatever. We'll vote you out. It's whatever. But these
Uh,
people,
the voting you out that gets introduced in the compromise.
yes, yeah. So this was basically like, we'll have like a select few of people sort of wield all of the power in the world, and have them control everything. um, the downsides, by the way, if this wasn't already a downside for having like sort of a, you know, this kind of system, was that there would also be very powerful storms, very powerful seas, and it would be a much colder climate.
So the
So
exact opposite of the previous one.
yes. But now I got like dudes who, like, I don't know, like 4 avatars just hanging around or whatever. um the next one is called Miller's Pyre, which will come up later again because, hey, Miller.
Yeah.
um
Oh yeah. Miller.
yeah, William. This one was presented by who?
Kula Ravjahani.
Oh,
She
that's
didn't get
right.
she
An
didn't get to
Eladrin.
do a whole lot before she died. So,
No, I liked her. I wish she didn't die. Although she's evil. Don't forget that.
Yes.
Let's see. This one was this one they would move around the planes so everybody would have mild psychic powers. Just everybody, a blanket, mild psychic powers to be able to understand the thoughts and motives, not the thoughts, but like the motives and
The
like
emotions.
emotions of like what people are doing.
in
Yes.
addition to giving everybody mild psychic powers, they would also just be more empathetic in general.
Yes. So it would push for empathy, but then it would also at the same time push people to do more logical decision making. I guess because they have
This is
all of
one
this
where
other
they
stuff.
just force you to be nice to everybody.
Yeah, and they said if everybody's just nice, then we won't have any problems, right? And we like in particular, I think we really hated this one.
Yes.
We were really trying to figure this one out. We were like,
Only
what
I
the
hate
fuck?
our boy William.
Yeah, we were like, what the hell is happening here? The downsides, of course, to this one would be that we would be more vulnerable to extraplanar threats, and that there would be some climate change. So actually not as bad compared to the genocide one, I guess. Except that we would like have psychic powers almost all the time.
Yeah, no privacy just won't be a thing anymore. Whatever.
No. Ugh. Yeah, I think that was one
Yeah,
of the
the
things that we
mental
really hated. We were
privacy.
like, what are you talking about? That we
Or
have to
lack
like
thereof.
know everything about everybody.
World's worst libertarian.
Yes, the next one is presented to us by Han Jiel, the world's worst libertarian. He is, by the way, like the supreme ruler, like commander in chief, king of Danor. By the way, just so we are aware. He presented to us the Panarchists, which is basically. I can't believe I didn't write down the idea. Someone else might have to do this one.
I got this. He wants to give power to everyone and remove the need for government.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So exactly what you would think from a libertarian.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
The power of healing would be increased plane of life. And the plane of space would allow people to teleport away from threats. But the influence of the plane of death would allow for possession.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
A little hiccup there.
It's fine. It's fine.
So everyone has power and everyone is super healthy, but also you might get possessed.
Yeah, and you can sort of just teleport wherever you want.
Yeah.
For fun.
If things go wrong.
Yeah.
And here's the one that's just like straight up like not great.
This one's wild.
Yeah, the positives here are not very positive.
So, not the one Nicodemus ends up having the most trouble with.
No. There's another one he really doesn't like. Yeah, this one was kind of just like, okay, so there's just going to be no rulers and no government, which is, it's fine. But I think the fact that Hanjier, out of all the people, is the one that presented it, we were like,
yeah,
are you sure? We're not so sure about this. Yeah, the last one is crazy.
Also crazy.
Yeah. So this one was presented to us by, what's her full name? Amiel? Amiel Vladimir?
Yeah.
Vladimir? There you go.
Yeah.
A ghost.
A personal hero of Rekka's.
Unfortunately, a personal hero of Rekka's, yeah. Just goes to show what her alignment's all about. This one was called The Watchmakers. And basically they were like, scientific progress is the best thing ever. And we want to like really push for progress and making sure we can put the world in a place where we want it to be. And so what we're going to do is we're going to eliminate free will. all of it for everybody, except for a couple of people who sort of like figure out how the world goes and like stops anybody from doing anything bad.
So that was again in the compromise proposal. In the initial proposal, nobody has free will.
Oh yes, so yes. So they would make it's called the Watchmakers because they would make events play like clockwork. They would have a determined set path for like what, like a fucking 1,000 years,
Yes.
that they would figure out before they put this plan in motion, and then once they do, everybody just follows this plan.
Yeah, and once you come out the other side, you're living in such a utopia that everything's going to work out.
But everything's
That everything's
fine.
fine. Yeah, and we'll never have to do this again. Um, yeah, so you would have no free will, and you would have a extremely rigid preordained plan that you have to follow.
But it'll be worth it in the end.
But it'll be worth it, yeah. So they would be changing the plane of time to ordain future events, the plane of life to drive people to be better, and the plane of death to enslave the entire world.
Yeah,
Don't worry, the intent is advancement, though. So, it'll be better in 1,000 years, right?
Definitely.
This is
Imagine-
the Elon Musk proposal.
Yeah, just like imagine like you like live your whole life in that fucking span, because like it's 1,000 years. You're not gonna live, if you're a human, you're gonna live 100, which is crazy to me that you live and die and will be preordained. But
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
wild.
basically the only people that would potentially see the other side
Would be the
are
Eladrin.
young Eladrin.
True.
like-
yeah.
like- Young Eladrin, like Kula probably wouldn't even see the other side.
Right. Like you would have to like be a baby like when this plan happens. And then like live through the whole thing. It's wild. Yeah, I didn't think about it that way. That's crazy. And fucked.
Yes.
So yeah, that was all of them. And we were all like reeling afterwards. We were like, holy shit. These are bananas.
But you've lived 1,000 years, and then you wake up one day and you suddenly have free will.
Free will.
Yeah, like what's that like? Like, do you know that you don't have free will? Like, are you conscious of it, or like are you unconscious of it and you just like do stuff and it's just like, well, this is just what's happening?
I get
Or
the
are you sitting there like knowing that like you could be doing something else but you can't?
I
That's
get the
crazy.
impression Vladimir hasn't considered those possibilities.
No, she didn't really seem like the type. Okay. Afterwards.
After all of those proposals are gathered up, well, we're given some time to mingle, but I don't think we get too much done. A bunch of guards come in, then a murder on the.
Yes, someone has died.
And it's up to everyone, or well, up to the leaders in charge to try to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, we hear very little about it. We just hear the guy's name. The guy's name was Ramos Zoltan, and we don't really get any other stuff about it.
Oh, yeah, that's how this happens. So we're told that there was a murder, but they don't do anything about it. They just keep us here and tell us to. There are these like fake houses in the gallery that will show us
they're
the
like,
future of what will happen if we pick.
So what happened is they take you up like to the second floor. So like there's like a portrait gallery, and each portrait is Claire Obscure 33, Expedition 33, and they're all pocket dimensions that demonstrate what the proposal would look like.
Yeah, so basically you walk into those portraits and
Yeah.
you are like given a sort of physical presentation of what it is.
Except for
what
the
it's like.
1,000 years of slavery one, which where they're like, you can't step into that one.
No, you have to sit here and you have to watch it. This one's preordained. And that one was crazy because like the example they gave us was like, okay, this man is about to get blown up by a bomb in his house. And we stopped it from happening. It's wild. And then they gave us, I think, presentations or like portrait presentations of other proposals that didn't like make the cut, and they were just like sort of vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
they were all
independence.
pretty.
Yeah.
They're all pretty nonsensical and not really worth getting into. But I do want to remind you all that there was one proposal clearly written up by a bunch of bards that basically just wanted to make the world a musical.
Was that also the one where it turned everything into lava too? Or is it a different one?
I want to think that was a different one. I don't think it was accountable.
Same thing, where it's a musical and everything's just covered in magma. Yes, there was one where everything was a musical, and that one was funny. But during this like whole thing where we went through each of these portraits, Nicodemus was personally interrogating everybody
Yes.
here.
Figure out
about
who
the
the
murder.
murderer was.
Yeah. And so like each portrait that we went to that was about the main proposals, he had taken away one of us to talk to us personally. Which is really fun. And it's not like we didn't like plan ahead of time. We were just like, well, we didn't do it. And we had an alibi, so it's not like we have anything to hide. And that's pretty much all he asked us about. He was like, so what's up? Who are you? You know, how you doing? Where were you? Yada, yada, yada.
What are you doing?
And then I think he took Reika out specifically to the beach, and we had a walk along the beach.
Very romantic.
Very romantic, and it was fucked up for me because it was like I'm in a different body and he's in the body of someone that I know, and I have to act natural.
Yes.
It's just really rough. How he's been chasing this goal of his for centuries, and he doesn't really know what it's like to be human anymore. And
yeah, he's just been jumping bodies left and right, you know. Yeah. And Rick was just like, that's crazy.
This is the guy who really thinks he knows what's best for the world when he doesn't even know what it's like to be human anymore.
Right, yeah. But he's so, determined to make it better for who knows? God knows what.
And by the end of this recap, we'll learn quite a bit about this guy.
Oh yeah. We're gonna get real close to him. We're buddy even. So after the interrogations and the portraits, I think we went to congregate and have a vote. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we
came into the vote, specifically being like, okay, we have to skew the data.
Yes. We have 5 people. We can make this as difficult as possible for.
Which, by the way, the entire time you were planning that, I was just like, but why?
For fun.
Because you guys were doing all that, and I'm just thinking, I mean, I guess you could do that, but that's just gonna make your lives harder.
Well,
because I knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah, it's funny because we not knowing what was gonna happen, we were like, well, we'll just delay the vote and make sure they can't choose one, and then it won't happen. And then later on, it fucked us, but
I think the campaign as written suspects you guys will just be like, Miller's Pyre seems pretty okay. Let's just go with that one. And then you guys were like, no.
We didn't like any of them. I love the campaign is suggesting that the players will pick one. That's so interesting. I had never even thought of picking one.
Yeah, because they were all terrible.
Yeah, and we're like, what are you going to do? Pick one of these?
They're all terrible, and the campaign acknowledges that, but just trying to sabotage the vote is so far off from what they were expecting.
I can't believe they didn't
I don't know.
Foresee that the players could be that chaotic that they would try to do that.
Yeah, that cracks me up. I'm built different, I don't know. So I think the vote ended up coming down to a tie, like a 3-way tie, and that's what we wanted. We wanted a tie.
Yeah, like it came down to the three-way tie.
Yeah, it was a three-way tie between Colossus, the Panarchists, and Miller's Pyre. They each had 10 votes, and then the other
And-
ones had less.
And the entire Ghost Council voted as like a single block.
Yes, and they all voted other, I think. Like they
Yeah.
didn't vote.
Because they were like, we're not going to commit on the first vote, but on the final vote, we're just going to put all our chips in with the winning vote.
And then there was no winning vote, right? Yeah.
Which as we learned in the final vote, not really.
No. So yeah,
session 52.
Yeah.
Yes.
Afterwards, I think they like had us like continue to mingle and sort of do discussions with each other like until really late at night.
It was like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
World's worst work conference.
What if you were at a work conference discussing until 2 a.m. and they just kept feeding you snacks?
And then they're like, you guys need to get up at 8 in the morning. We have more discussions.
We got to keep doing this shit. When we went back to so during this, was it during this that they had formed the new proposal, or was that in the morning?
It was after this because of the tie.
Like by the time you went to bed, like the main compromise proposal, the map proposal had started taking shape, but it wasn't really like fully fleshed out till like the morning.
Yeah. And it was sort of spearheaded by, I've got her name. Dame Constance Baden.
Oh, her. Yeah, her.
I hope that was right.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's Constance Baden.
Okay, good. I had her name written really big, and then she didn't even really come up that much. Yes. Let's see. Oh, we did learn. Oh, geez. Okay, hang on. This is the next day.
All right, so we're like into session 53 now. Yeah.
Yeah.
We start the morning
with a good old doorknob rattle.
Yes. News from Grappa that he has a meeting with.
Literally, as he's walking down the hall to the meeting.
To the meeting. To try and tip us off so we can like spy on the meeting. Which we end up doing between Shura and then Shura just ends up sending the cab and listens in, and it's a whole meeting between
it's Nicodemus Hanzier, Kula Ravjahani, and who they think is Leon Katal.
They're talking about the Colossus that's wandering around screaming, the route that it's taken, and how it possibly could have left the material.
Yeah, because like the Colossus is like central to like the ritual because it has to like pick up some giant plate.
Yes. This is a different Colossus, by the way, from the proposal. That's
right.
Colossus, which is also the same name, but it's
this is the Colossus that broke out of Cauldron Hill like 20 sessions before this.
Yeah, that broke out of a mountain in the middle of our home city and sort of run amok.
Yeah, wreaked havoc.
Yeah. The fucking Evangelion that just sort of popped out of the
yes,
out of the mountain.
Exactly.
Campaign.
And hilariously enough, they think that Azerby is the cause of this.
Fucking Azerby. Yeah, because he has Casfarina.
Yes.
And it is drawn to Casfarina.
Yes.
Yeah, because seemingly this giant robot has imprinted on Castorina.
Yeah, that's mommy.
And Casperina doesn't know what to do with this because she doesn't know anything.
She doesn't know damn thing. She thinks she's like 12.
And they've been unable to track Casperina, have been able to track Azur. And so they
Because
know
all the Ob leaders have like divination protection on them.
Yes.
so they've
Oh,
tracked
how that
him
backfired.
to a conclave, but they aren't able to get accurate than that because conclave. They're assuming that the Colossus is near, been able to find Azurby's win. So they're brainstorming ideas to bring the Colossus back, etc., etc. Nicodemus assigns Leon Catal to do it, and Grappa's like, okay,
Okay.
I need more time. And Nicodemus is like, okay, sure, my bro, I'll let you have all the time you need.
Is that what happened?
No. He asks.
No. I'm lying.
He asks for a report on weak points, and Nicodemus is like, "Sure, we can do that." And then the meeting ends.
I'm gonna jump in there. So, he did ask Han. Well, he told Han. He voluntold Han.
Yes.
So, like, cause like they need to. He was like, we need to lure the Colossus out to somewhere where we can like grab
Capture
the
it.
Colossus. And
Yeah.
this ties directly into what we're doing right now, because we'll be going there very soon. He wants Han to lure the Colossus out to Mathia, because Mathia is the center of the dead magic zone. And at this point, the Dreaming, the Bleak Gate, and the material world are all like coterminous.
This is in Danor, by the way.
Oh, Terminus.
Yeah, it's kind of like where they sort of overlap in a freaky bad way.
And what he did with Leon was he was like, hey, if things go really bad, you can like shut all this down, right? Or something to that effect, because Leon is
The creator.
Magneto.
Yes. Yeah. The creator. Yeah. Yeah.
Or
and
yeah,
Magneto.
Magneto.
And both.
And
yeah.
Grapple was like, I don't know, it might be a bit beyond my abilities, which might be true, but it's also because Grappa doesn't really know how to use these powers yet.
Yes.
He's sort of been Magneto for only like 5 days.
Yeah. It hasn't been. We've been focusing on getting rid of Catal.
Like a doorknob, but not much else.
Yeah, he'll get there. And also, Nicodemus asks Leon, he's like, hey, what did you vote for? And then Leon was like, I voted for the Watchmakers, haha. And then Nicodemus was like, that's a bummer.
How could you?
I see it. And then it had him leave.
So after that, retreat back to our room, hear the knock. Then we hear sounds of a struggle coming from across the hall, which is Grappa's room.
Mm-hmm.
And we find him being assaulted.
He's being force choked by a force ghost.
Yes, force choked.
Fucking Reed McBannon.
By Reed McBannon. Because he assumes that this is Leon Catal.
And all the noise, again, because Grappa doesn't know how to use his powers, he's just flinging metal shit around the room.
Yes.
Yeah, trying to figure it out. So I think it's like, we had to like run in there and sort of like get McBannon to stop, and by doing so, we were like, "Hey, hey, it's fine. Don't worry. He's not really Leon. And also, we're not really these fucking jokers that we're hanging out as right
Yeah.
now. Because McBannon's whole thing was just like, you're here? How dare you betray people, even though I'm here also. I
Right.
thought this place is fucked up now that I'm realizing
We
it.
got that one Scooby-Doo ass line where he was like, I know some constables that could really fuck you all up.
Yes.
Yeah, and we were like, hey, so about those constables.
So about those constables. Yeah.
Yeah. So we sort of had to like bicker with him a little bit before he finally put Grappa down, and we decided to do a little team up.
Yeah, and you would like learn that Nicodemus had actually come to him in his jail cell and pitched this whole thing to him, and at the time he thought it was great. And then
Yeah.
Nick, killed him so he could join the Ghost Council. And then he
Yeah.
got out here like, wow, you people are crazy.
You people
Yeah.
are fucking nuts. He turned me into a ghost for this.
Hilarious.
Yes, and thought that Leon being here was also a betrayal. So yeah, we have like a tentative alliance with Force Ghost Reed McBannon at the Mo. Oh, and we also he told us that he was the one who killed the other guy.
Yeah, and then he was like, also, by the way, they're gonna find another body in like an hour.
Yeah.
He's just killing people.
His brilliant plan was not very brilliant.
It was basically just to sow discord, and then hopefully he could get away and call you guys.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So, Lamau.
Also,
Here we are.
hilarious that he thought that we would be the ones to be able to fix everything.
Right. He has a lot of faith in us, I think, and it's great that he's like stroking Reika's ego for that, but
Yeah.
I don't think we would really be able to do much. I fear.
Well, you meddling kids did destroy his plan.
We did,
Yeah.
and the fact that he has respect for us now because of we're meddling kids that destroyed his plan.
You meddling kids and your Drake.
Yeah.
Yes.
So is Toro Scooby then?
Yeah.
Coral has to be.
Look,
Toro Scooby?
either Toril is Scooby, or as we've sometimes discussed, Rukin is Scooby.
Rukin is also Scooby.
It's one of the two.
Yeah, for sure. At least that means that Reika gets to be Velma, I hope.
And
She
no
would
one is
drop her
classy
glasses.
because we don't have one of those.
No. Or I guess Toril could be scrappy, but then he'd have to be particularly annoying. So
Toril's not.
he's
Toril's
nice. He's not a little bitch boy. Yeah, he's nice. Okay, so we reconvene after that with the rest of the folks. And they present their new proposal, which is the map proposal, which combines Miller's Pyre, the Arboretum, and the Panevangelists, the Panarchists, I think. And basically it would. Ooh, wow, my notes are pretty crappy on this. I think basically, yeah, go for it.
They're pretty crappy because the downsides were not very well explained.
Didn't really know, I guess. Yeah.
Which I did struggle with throughout that entire thing, because you guys asked me like 3 times, and I was just like,
I don't know.
It basically combined all the best parts of those proposals, which probably would be pretty good. But like it would be like a hodgepodge of the weaknesses.
Yeah.
Make that what you will.
I think the biggest things that I wrote down is that it kept the logic and reasoning making of Miller's Pyre, and like the sort of the plentiful harvests of Arboretum, and the what did they keep of the Panarchists? I don't remember.
I think they were like the Panarchists also had like the ability to they had like special powers that would like eliminate like property theft or whatever.
Oh god, that's right. That one was so annoying.
Oh yeah,
keep that intact.
We hated that one. Yeah, because you had like a soul bond with all of your possessions. That's why it felt very libertarian to me. And if you like got something stolen from you, like you could just like teleport to the guy who fucking stole it because you knew exactly where it would be and just yoink it.
And it was also right around this time that the guards came in and they were like, Dame Constance Baden, she's been burnt to a crisp in her bed.
And we were like, out of all the people.
And McBaden was like, did I do that?
Whoopsies. My bad. Yeah, and then they also modified Watchmakers and Colossus a little bit too. So this is when the Watchmakers was like, well, a couple of people will keep their free will and sort of like watch over everybody to make sure that like everything goes fine.
Yeah. And there was like voting rights added.
They basically installed like a get out of jail card if things went really, really wrong.
Yes. And then they modified the Colossus one to make it
There would be like an oversight council on like the power people who could be like, oh yeah, these people should not have power and we can vote them out.
Yes.
But it was still basically keeping all the power in the hands of the rich and powerful.
Yes. Oh, that's right. I did write down
the rich and powerful would
the
police
oligarchy one.
What could go wrong?
Yeah. So they'll police themselves. I trust that. And then I think we went straight into the second vote, right?
Yeah, pretty much. You guys discussed it for a few more hours. I think Catherine Romano like gave an impassioned speech, and people were kind of at each other's throats. And then the head of the Goats Council, Semiterio, comes in. He's like, "We're having the vote."
And we rushed in and had the vote.
And you rush in. You all take your seats, and you realize you're in and then you look around, and it's just you guys, and the rest of the guys, and the Ghost Council aren't in there.
Yeah, there's no Ghost Council. It's just the physical people. And we continued, by the way, to skew the vote. We did that on purpose.
Yes, we split the vote.
Could have gone very disastrously.
It could have. It could have. Yeah, so we made sure that there was a tie between Colossus and Map. Which I think they changed the name to Congress. Is that what I wrote down? But
yes,
there's still.
I think so because I have Congress too.
No, because it came down to Map, Congress, and the modified Watchmakers. So it went from 5 to 3.
Right. And then we made sure there was a tie between Map and Congress because we were like, I don't fuck with Watchmakers. I don't fuck with that.
1,000 years of slavery, still not a thing.
So even if there's a select few, I actually think that makes it worse. Yeah. So, after the vote tied, they had everybody. Yeah, they had everybody who voted for Congress to stay in the room, and then everybody else leave.
Nicodemus comes up and
gives another speech.
He does.
He gives another speech. I don't remember the details, but the moment you realize shit's about to go bad is he lights a bunch of lanterns with blue light.
Yeah. I wrote down here that he said something about you must do foul things before you to get good things, and I'm like,
he actually gave a pretty solid villain speech.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, here we go. Yeah, so he lit a bunch of lanterns that like pacified everybody in the same way that they pacified us before.
And you guys had just encountered this, so you were the moment you saw the blue light, you guys like hunkered down, you were prepared for it, so you made all your saves.
Mm-hmm. And then he split the group, so everybody who voted for Congress stayed in the room.
And he took everyone else
outside.
And
that's where the Ghost Council was.
Yeah, and once you guys got outside, the Ghost Council secured the perimeters, and he was just like, those people will take all the power, and they will completely destroy the world. And we're trying to make the world better.
He's doing.
We're trying to make the world better, and sometimes making the world better means making some awful choices.
Yeah, he said, those people are the bad people. You have to understand. We're not the bad people.
We might do some bad things, but we want what's best for everyone in the end.
Yeah, they don't.
Those people are selfish.
They're sick in the head. We're going to kill them all.
And they tried.
1,000 years of slavery, we could work with that.
Yeah. Oligarchy? We can't. No.
Not allowed.
So yeah, he basically was like had sent in the Ghost Council, I think, to kill them. And pointedly here is we split our
the
vote
party.
between the 5 of us because we wanted to skew the data, and that ended up fucking us over because
Yeah,
2
two
of
of them
us
were
voted for
pro-crime.
Congress.
Yes. So 2 of them were
And then-
inside.
Yeah, so I think it was Nastya and Ryukin who were
Yes.
inside, and everybody else got to leave.
And we tried to stealth, but it didn't work.
So like at this point, like you know, he's trying to like secure everyone's support outside, and they're like coming to agree. And you guys are in the back, still in these bodies that can't do jack shit.
Mhm.
So you pull out your bag of holding and start your special bag of holding.
Yeah, our net that is
And
Spider
special
web
just
net.
to carry around bodies.
Yeah, that you borrowed from that guy, Copper Hat. And you pull out your real bodies and you start switching. And Half Kruger's there, and he looks down. He goes, "I fucking knew it! I fucking knew it!"
Such a bitch.
And so did we, technically, but
Well, and then he was like, "I fucking knew it," and then he started turning into a fucking ticking time bomb.
Yeah, he
Yes.
played his favorite card. I'm a bomb.
I'm a bomb. I'm gonna blow everybody up, and we were like, "Oh Jesus!" So we had to like really start moving to get our
So he
bodies
like,
back.
you guys like get your bodies. You run away. Well, you back a little bit. He blows up, and Nicodemus is like, "Why are you guys here?"
because we can.
I don't remember what we said if we had a chance to say anything, but there was a literal bomb happening. We were like, "I can't do this right now."
There was a little bit of back and forth, and from what I remember, no, he like tried
Tried to convince us
cast
to
a
join
spell.
it.
Yeah, and then he couldn't do that, and he tried to cast a spell or something, and then like Andre like re-seized control of his body,
Mhm.
and then so Nicodemus was like, "Okay, I'll deal with you later," and he like teleported away because he couldn't fucking control Andre.
My goat.
Weakling.
My fucking goat, Andre. Yeah, and then just sort of like
And
let everybody do whatever the fuck they
and
wanted.
Andre let you know that you know he only agreed to this because they dumped him on the street and threatened
To
Isabel.
hurt Isabel, yeah.
So now we know that we have to search for Isabel.
Yeah, so we had to like really quickly like inform. I think we like talked to fucking the guy I have on my sending stone,
Yeah,
Harkover,
yeah.
to be like
You
Isabel's
had
in
to
grave
send word
danger.
to the king's advisor in the capital to be like, "Can you help our friend back and
Can you
forth?"
please? I can't talk to anybody else.
Yeah.
Can you please, she's in danger. So yeah, and then I think after that it was just us like having to escape as the Ghost Council went and just started fucking hounding on us.
We had to fight long enough to reconvene in that. And we just
And then, yeah, I mean, you guys were getting jumped pretty bad, and then like Vladimir jumps in, and she's
Mhm.
like, "I'm not withdrawing my 1,000 years of slavery proposal, but like, I don't really want to see all my colleagues get murdered, and I don't really know what your deal is either. But how about you guys just run away? I'll hold off the Ghost Council."
And Reiko was like, "Ah, God damn it, that's not a good time for me to get an autograph, is it?"
good guy Vladimir.
You like get down to like the docks where you get jumped by Visemiterio, the leader of the Ghost Council, and a couple of his goons. And Breeding
Yes.
Bandit shows up. He's like,
I got you,
"Got
bro.
you."
And he like healed the fuck out of us. He's so
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah, he's gained a couple levels since he's died, which I don't know how that works.
It's his ghost levels, yeah.
Manning actually good.
And then we, managed to fight them off long enough to escape at least.
And like
Yeah.
McBannon pulled off like a one-time trick where he kept he did some special spell or something that kept Visemi from reforming.
Yes. Yeah.
Which would probably have been real useful for the big bad, but now that's no longer a thing.
For a one-time thing. Wait, Reed, come back. Tell me about that. Tell me about that.
Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down. And yeah, that was the end of that
Adventure.
arc. Yeah, we sort of got
He
on our boat and
and fucking
shipped
booked
ourselves
it.
off. Yeah. And we stayed on our boat for a while. We were sort of on our boat, I think, outrunning these guys, or like keeping on the move so they wouldn't track us.
Yeah,
Um,
the current adventure picks up 4 days after you leave the island.
yeah, and we're off the coast of Gracilier.
Hmm.
And at this point, we've been it's been 4 days and we've been on a boat for 4 days.
Everyone's seasick.
Two of you still hate each other.
Two of us still hate each other. One of us just gets seasick all the time. And is never gonna get her fucking sea legs. It's rough out here, and we're outrunning, um, enemies, so we can't like dock or anything for a long period of time. And it's noted that teleportation has been getting more difficult as time goes on because we get a bunch of our like bosses from like the constabulary
Your
teleported onto our
boy,
boat.
Dover
Yeah.
Delft.
Stover Delft and our good friend Lauren Seinberg, who loves us. And they teleport onto our boat to sort of give us a new assignment. And Stover Delft immediately, upon teleporting out of the boat, immediately yartses because teleporting has gotten difficult. And they give us our brief, which is basically like they want us to track down Azerby because they want Casfarina. And I believe they want us to have do they want us to have Casfarina help us?
So they basically wanted you to go in, determine if Casfarina is a threat, or if she's an ally. If she is a threat, eliminate her.
Right, right. And the way we get to her is by tracking down Azerby.
Because they've like pinpointed him down to like probably like 3 Eladrin enclaves in L5R.
Yes. Which are magically concealed to lock out intruders. But they have like sort of pinpointed kind of the general area of where these 3 places might be in L5R. So we're like, all right, we'll do that. And then there was they gave us a couple more ships, I believe, to sort of back us up. And we made our way to L5R. And we learned that for the most part, the continent after the war has been colonized.
I think at this point in the campaign, you guys have like 5 or 6 boats, but
most
of these crews never show up because they're not actually plot important.
No, we never hear about them or talk about them ever.
It's just like, oh, we need an escape. Oh, here's one of the boats.
Yeah, the boat is definitely like a good way for us to like get the fuck out fast. That's what it's been used for a lot.
Like, yeah, we're not here.
Just give us a schooner. It's fine.
Yes.
Give us various schooners. So yeah, L5R has been, for the most part, colonized by pretty much every other country that exists.
Yeah, do we?
Or at least like the prominent ones.
Do we need to recap the war here?
Maybe will we recap the war or the lore?
Yes.
The lore of the war.
Are we gonna get to that when we talk about the memories?
Yeah, I feel like we can do that when we get to the more relevant.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so just highest level, there was a war between L5R and the clergy, Gracilier, and L5R lost. And now the whole continent of the Eladrin is being colonized by pretty much everybody else. We go to a colony that is Razuri, because that one, will actually let us in while we wave our Missouri flags on our schooners.
Was that one called Sawyer? Like Tom Sawyer?
Oh, I think so.
Yes, Sawyer.
I think that was, yes.
Still challenge our way to Sawyer because Angier is chasing us.
Yeah, he has his death boats.
Yes.
He sent in the Norn Black Ops.
Yeah, of their crazy death boats, and we had to outrun them with our schooner. And we managed to outrun him, and we dock at Sawyer, and we sort of like get the day to just kind of like take a breather.
After being chased.
And after being chased for so long and being on a boat for 4 days straight, we just want to like be on dry land and like, I don't know, mingle with people that aren't each other. And I think before we get off the boat, Reika turns to Shora and she's like, "Hey, just so you know, I'm getting a little antsy. Something freaky might happen. Just FYI." And I think Shora was just like, "Oh, great,
Yeah.
I love that." But we get on in the colony, and we like do some shopping, get restock on some stuff. I think we visit a guy who's selling
fake magic items.
Like magic items, and like some of them are like, scams.
Yes, it was a scam, like magic sword, I think.
Yeah.
Oh god, this is where that happens.
Yes.
The sword where he was like, "This is a really cool sword where it'll like cut stuff really well or something." And Ryukun was like, "Oh, that's cool. Can I try it?" He was like, "No, you can't. You can buy it though." And we were like, I don't know about that. And we got like kind of mad at him because he was scamming us. Yeah. Like it was like mostly like Sigrid, Ryukin, and Reika who were like really mad at him for scamming people with his fake ass magic weapons. And we just sort of like ratted him out. And bullied him a little bit about it, but otherwise we just sort of carried on. Do we do anything else in the city? I mean, I know I killed, but
yeah,
we'll get
nothing important.
Okay, so yeah, I think Reika saw this guy and she was like, "Nobody wants him here. He scams the whole town. It would be good, I think, that he was no longer present, and this is a perfect opportunity for me."
Yes.
So we got back to our boat, or we got a hotel. I think we didn't even sleep on the boat because we didn't want to be on water. And Reika, in the middle of the night, grabbed Shura and she was like, we're gonna go. I'm gonna, do my business. If you want to come tag along." And Shura was like, "Yes, yes, yes, I'll be come tag along." And they were talking about this in the middle of the night, and like Ryukin was just sort of like also awake, sort of like listening to the whole conversation, and she was like, "Oh, that's interesting. Not my business, I guess." Oops. And Reika and Shora had left, and they went to go to this guy's house, and Reika had broken in and bing bang boom tore his heart out of his body with her hand, Bloodborne Parry style.
Very normal.
Yes, felt very weird about it, conflicted about it.
This is a thing you can just do.
Yeah, hey, it'd be like that. He's a normal guy. And so she does that and then leaves and has Shora like take her vitals and stuff. And they like do like research notes on it. And yeah, it's the first time that she had killed someone who wasn't a threat to her at all. Just an innocent dude. And it sort of crossed the line. And they head back to the hotel like nothing ever happened. And wake up the next morning and carry on, I think.
I'm going to the bathroom. You guys got this.
Okay, bet. The next day, I think we leave, right?
Yes. Go to Port Parole. I think we just like skim over the travel. We do shopping when we get there. Here we have to go on.
Yeah, we have to hike in.
We decide that we're gonna go to first. Snooping. Find some camps. Camps lead us to people.
But they're not Eladrin.
Not Eladrin.
We also see giant footprints,
Giant
colossus
footprints.
sized.
Likely
Yes.
or camp's abandoned. We find some oil, which is probably try to find a way to get into the area.
Yeah, this one conclave that we're trying to access is Barat, and we think we find like the entrance, but we don't have a way to get in because it's like passcoded or something. It needs a key. We don't have that. So we're like, well,
Most likely fully abandoned. So we decide to just
yes. We move on to where we think Sentosa is. There's more footprints, and there's camps here that are occupied this time.
people.
Mm-hmm. We jump a couple of dudes.
Jump some guys with a like order.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had artillery that was like pointed towards the entrance to Sentosa.
So protecting the entrance in case someone
Mm-hmm. Oh, they knew we were coming, I think.
yes, they were expecting us.
Yeah.
So
We
we
knock out
interrogate
those
them,
guys and we interrogate them.
find out what's going on down there. And there's a secondary artillery.
Yes. And we decide to use that one.
Yes. To assist in taking over the camp.
Yes. Yeah. So we basically like sneak into the camp that's occupied down by the entrance, and jump them as well as blow them up with mortars.
Anti-magic mortars.
Yes, because there's wizards. We take care of them. It's easy. And I think we like go to the entrance to Sentosa, and we're like trying to figure out how to get in, and we see people on the other side of like the portal, and yes, and it's like hard to tell. I think it's like someone we don't recognize and Azerby, who are like on the other side, and they release upon us like a guardian lion thing with like multiple heads that like float around it. We had to sort of take care of that before they let us in.
But it's surprisingly after we defeat, they finally then finally convince them to like, hey guys,
Wow, how convenient.
so we enter. We're told about the situation with Katrina, and we're brought to
Yeah, she's like hanging out in a like library or something with another guy who's like
Yes. Trying to help
uh
her, like,
yeah. Um
definitely.
yes, and we are informed that Kasfarina remembers about 200 years of her 700 years of existence. So we're, we got a lot to cover. We have to go talk to the. Do
The art.
we? Is she the one who tells us about the arc?
We basically go to ask permission.
Yeah,
Go searching for.
Casperina told you about the arc, but she was like, "Oh, the matriarch has already forbidden me from."
Right. She's like the one who controls the shit. Yeah. So we have to go ask for permission.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Convince.
Yes, and the arc is basically a magic crown thing from the plane of time that can be used to sort of replay memories in a space that you like physically inhabit, and they sort of like come alive physically in the space. And so we were like, oh, we could use that to sort of go to places that Casfarina has been in her life, and she can put it on, and we can re-experience them.
And I, the DM, was like, "Oh, I have to rewrite one of my character's story arcs."
For fun. And it is, yeah, the access to the arc is controlled by the matriarch of Sentosa. She doesn't want anybody to fucking go and get it. And she doesn't want Kasrina and Azerby to leave Sentosa. We go and we plead our case. I don't remember what we say.
Did we have the recap of while I was gone of Azerby being like, "Oh, my wife's a bitch"?
Oh no, we didn't talk about Azerby saying Azerby and his bitch wife. No, he doesn't like her because she's nice now. She's like this is like us meeting Casfarina for the first time, not in a way where she's like completely confused and is like immediately scooped up by Azerby and run away. And she's like a very like pleasant person, but like, a little lost. She's like, I don't know where I am, but like I want to sort of like re-experience this stuff with like a new perspective, and I want to know what I was and what I did, and like people are saying it's bad, but like I want to know what it was. And Azerby storms in and he's just like, I hate that she's nice now, she used to be so mean and controlling.
You guys are like made up this plan. He walks in, he's just like, they say a couple words to each other, and he's like, "Yeah, my wife, super softy now, idiot bitch. I hate her."
And we're like, oh my god. Immediately as he leaves, we're like figuring out how to write up the divorce papers.
And then he was like, "I'll set up the meeting for you, but
That's it.
my
That's all I'm
wife,
doing.
deal with her."
Which is so funny because I love that this is like a reoccurring thing for Azerby, that he's a misogynist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because like that one adventure where we had to like go fight off the guy who kept talking about Reserve's womb or something.
Mhm.
And he kept talking about like his like maiden wife, his demure maiden wife or whatever that he had to go
Yeah.
rescue. We were like, geez, okay, damsel in distress.
Like,
What the fuck are you talking about?
the other adventures where Azerby's appeared and he's talked about Kasserina, he's just been like, "My wife," and that's all
My
he calls
wife.
her.
Yeah,
And
never said her by name.
it's not like outright horrible, but you guys picked up on it. And then you get to this adventure, he's just like, "What a bitch."
And now he can just out and say my bitch
Yeah.
wife instead of my wife. It's
So
really
he's
funny.
like, "Yeah, I'll set up the meeting with the matriarch, but
Deal with my
babysitting my
wife.
wife, that's your fucking problem.
Yeah, like you can babysit
Let
my
me
wife.
know when she's not a bitch."
I want her to be my kind of bitch. Yeah, didn't we like we made a deal with the matriarch, I think? what did we say?
We had to go talk to the lycanthrope. Is that it?
Yeah, there's the arc is inside of a temple.
Yeah, she was like, "Look, uh, the ark is in a temple. There's a bunch of were tigers that currently inhabit it. If you can get it, whatever, come back. If you can get it, I'll consider it. And then at that point, you can take Katharina away on her little memory quest. Until then, she stays here."
Yeah, we had to go take it without her.
Right. So the deal was that we had to go fetch the take her with till we got it.
Yeah,
And
and
it
she
was
had a
like
couple
pretty.
of dudes.
It was like pretty
with us.
apparent, like that there was some beef between these two that Katharina could not remember.
Yeah, yeah. A thriller was, I think that was a thriller, right?
Yeah.
She was, yes, clearly has some history with Katharina. Katharina was just clueless. So Ryukin of her, I love that.
And you guys like pestered her about it, and she was just like, when we needed her the most, she only cared about revenge.
Yeah, well, in due course, we will learn more about this.
Ooh.
Yes. So we head out, I think. Oh, we're also told that the were tigers, the Bogalga, they're Eladrin, and they're like reasonable guys. They're just chilling, but they have a conflict with some clergy colonizers who have set up a fort near them and are trying to like wipe them out. And this fort is called Vigil Longus. Longinus.
Not a great name.
No.
Longinus, also not a great name.
No, not at all.
No. Yeah, and these guys have been in conflict for a while.
We have a minor NPC in our Wednesday game who is the brother of like a tertiary villain. And, this minor NPC, his name is Longinus, but I think we've said all Longinus.
Yeah, we've been calling him Longinus forever. And then only recently Babs has been like, that's Longinus.
Amazing.
That's my friend Longinus. Yes. So I think we do we stay the night and then head out in the morning, or do we just head straight out? I think we stay the night because we have to learn how to like catch bullets or whatever, don't we?
Yeah, you stay the night. You gotta go like catch bullets and shit.
Yeah. So we figured out the Eladrin teaches how to like catch bullets or whatever from guns, or like slice them. I think I don't remember. I have yet to use that.
Slicing bullets.
Yeah, I have yet to use that ability, but yes. And then in the morning we get we get horses and we get some guards, some of the Thrilla's men to come with us as we take a big trek out towards this temple. Which I believe is called Ingaton's Refuge. Is that right? Yes.
Ingaton is their like god of time.
Yeah.
He's also like a trickster god. He's a bit of both.
Plane of time. So that's why it would be in his temple, all that BS. This is a 10-day journey, like almost all the way across the continent from north to south, to get there. And we're on horseback the whole time. And I don't think on the way there we have much we role played.
Yeah.
No, there were like it's basically just 2 incidents.
I know the last one.
You guys get in the middle of the night. You guys are like on watch, and you like one of you. I don't remember who.
Sigrid.
Probably Sigrid. Yeah, Sigrid
Getting spied on.
You're getting spied on, and you catch a were-tiger woman.
Yes, sneaking up on us, and we have her come out into the open, and she's just like, "I'm just fine on y'all. My name is. I don't remember. Talios? No.
I don't have her name here.
Yeah, Talios
I want to say it's
Valinar.
Talios Valinar.
Yes.
Yeah, you like realize,
Because that's a Thrilla's last name too, right?
yeah, you guys learned that she's like a cousin of Athrila.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, the clergy, they're like committing genocide against my people or whatever.
I'm really damn. That's bad.
And she's like, we're doing all of this and this and this and this, but we're just trying to protect ourselves.
Yes, and the Eladrin and Sentosa have not been helping out. They've been the Bagauga have been on their own, and it's
And
been kind of coming
you
to a point where they can't do it anymore.
you get her on your side, and she's like, okay, well, I can take you to my leader Betranga, and we can figure things out from there.
Yeah, so she takes us to Betranga.
Yeah, but before then, you actually come face to face with the clergy, and holy fuck, they are
Right. They are everything you would expect a colonizing
Yes, religious group.
zealotous religious group to be. Picture what you think that is, and that's correct. They're inquisitors.
They were so incredibly racist that, from my memory, I had to be like, "Can I roleplay this?"
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
you saying, you were like, I don't want to be this racist. This is something I don't want to do. Yeah, it was rough. Yep,
You
they were calling the Bagaugo like savages and shit, and we were like,
Yeah.
oh my Lord in heaven.
Convince them
It's
to let
rough.
us pass, though. That was
Yes,
my
they
plan.
were running out of
Food.
and supplies, and they desperately were starving.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, we'll get you some food. We've
You
got
got
some
jumped
rations.
by a platoon of basically scrawny dudes who hadn't eaten in months.
Yeah, and we're like, here's what we're gonna do. Y'all leave us alone. We're not gonna fucking, have an issue here. We'll give you some of our rations. All right, and we'll be on our way. And that seemed to work, and they let us go without a fight. I believe after that we got right into Angaton's refuge. Yes.
Yes.
And we met Betranga,
Introduced to the leader.
my man's Betranga.
Betranga.
And he is very passionate about wanting to take down the clergymen of Vigilongus.
Which may or may not be somewhat motivated by the fact that they strung his father up in the rafters.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Understandable. I get that. And he's like wants us to help him basically to if we want to like enter the temple, he's like, y'all gotta help me with this Vigilongus situation. And then if you do, then you can enter the temple.
And he's been like, I've sent word out to the other Eladrin clans, and they don't want to help us because we're lycanthropes.
Bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
And then he was like, so you guys can help me. You don't have to, but if you don't, and I don't hear from the other clans soon, we can just make them.
Yeah, he was just like, we're just gonna turn everybody, all these bitches here into lycanthropes, and they can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Then they have to help us. And we were like, okay, that's
drastic.
Drastic. So let's help out here. Let's do that. Let's help out. So we decided to not just wipe out everybody at Vigilongus, because our theory was that if we do, then the clergy will know they were attacked and will just send in stronger people next time. So we were like, well, we'll destroy their supplies and like all of their destroy their supplies and like light fire to important parts of their fort, so they have to retreat on their own decision,
sabotage,
not because they were attacked.
Yeah, like
Um,
they're already low on supplies as you've already figured out. So just eliminate what they have left,
Power of
destroy
fear.
their morale, drive them out.
Yeah, have them leave on their own so they don't feel the need to return. Um, which is what we did.
And given that
Now,
they're already low on supplies, the clergy is not super dedicated to this front.
right, right. So I think we spend a bit of time before heading out and actually doing that by just staking out the place.
Yeah, so we scout it
Um,
out.
yes.
And then tell everyone fine. And we set up a plan of how to basically the different important supply building, and then use the chaos to.
Yeah. And in while half the party was scouting out the place, Reika and Ryukin had invented both rock, paper, scissors, and ping pong
Yes,
while they stayed
played
behind
ping
with
pong with
Batranga.
Ranga.
Yes. We
That
played
was
Flim
good.
Flam with Batranga. Yeah. Reika and Ryukin really like to play games. They love games. They played chess with each other before too.
Yeah.
They're gamers. Yeah, y'all come back and then we devise the plan, and then at night we head out and we
Do the
execute
plan.
said
And
plan.
it's very successful.
Yes. Yeah. Because luckily all of their supplies and like important stuff were all sort of in the same place.
Yes.
So
And
we
we
just sort of like
were super stealthy.
rig up a bunch of explosives, yeah, and
And
then just
just
light them
leave.
all and book it. Yeah. And then with that being done, Batranga was just like, hell yeah, thanks y'all. Enter my temple.
Me temple, your temple.
You go into the temple and you realize you got to do a fucking memory quest.
Yeah, we have to go on a big fucking
Yeah.
quest. So there's
Past,
oh
present,
my god,
and
my
future.
chair. My chair almost fell over. Saw my life flash before my eyes. Yes, so there was a mural of Ingaton with various like flames of different colors. So there was red, white, yellow, and gray, and each of these colors signified a different like concept of time. So red, near past; white, far future; yellow, near future; gray, far past. And these are corresponding with different rooms we had to go to.
And because the writers of Zeitgeist are white folks.
A white guy from Atlanta, yeah.
Yeah, so all the Eladrin lore is just horribly misunderstood and just dropped in their Hinduism.
Yeah, all these dudes, all these like gods and stuff have like forearms and shit. And I'm like, at least like, be
Right.
authentic with it and not just like give them forearms because.
Yeah.
So we went through a bunch of different rooms that transported us into different instances that corresponded with these concepts of time to us. So like the first room was the far past. I think.
Yes.
Yes,
Very
and it
first
was
session.
yeah, and
Yeah,
it brought us back
yeah.
to the very, very first session of the campaign.
Your night on the cold tongue.
Yeah, my friend, the Coal Tongue, the ship.
Yep. All started.
Yeah, and it was basically like a redo, like a remix of like one of those combat encounters or something. So like we were transported onto this memory of the Coal Tongue, the ship, and we had to fight like some like
Yeah,
fire goblins or whatever.
you guys have to like fend off some enemies and then just like retrieve like the light.
Yes, the light, that like of the color of the concept, and this is basically what happened in every room. Um,
Uh,
some of them were more challenging than others, but
yeah, I guess to give just like a quick recap, the second room was like the near past, and that was like Pemberton's foundry. and like
Yes.
some wires had been crossed. So present day, Pemberton got pulled in, and he was like, "What the fuck am I doing here?"
Yeah, he kept like showing up at all and all of his memories. He's
Yeah,
like,
like he showed
"Oh,
up in the
hey."
As
first one.
he
He was like,
does.
he showed up. He was like, he showed up in the first one. He was like, "I was just in my lab. Why am I here now?"
Why am I here? And he was like there, like in that scene
Yeah,
way
he was
back
there
when.
originally, but like whatever magic was working, this was crossing wires. So he kept getting interference, and he showed up in like 2 subsequent rooms, and he was just like, "Leave me
Get me
the
out.
fuck alone."
What the fuck are you doing? We're like, sorry, it's weird god magic. I don't know.
So
Actually, we're not sorry because we're annoying
uh,
you.
you get through the first 2 rooms, and then it's the third room is like the near future,
Mhm.
which I'm what was the near future?
It was like a big tower that overlooked like a bone white city.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the near
Yes, yeah.
future was the clergy tower.
Yeah, there was a massive tower. We had some, and there were like at the top of this tower, there were like a bunch of like portals, and
Mhm.
like spirits came out of them, and
Yes.
Yes.
we had a big beef moment.
Yes.
Spirits
Yes.
turned, they worked on their spirit mojo and turned Rukin
Against us.
very angry, and she turned all that anger on the source of her problems, Nastia.
Yeah, so like throughout like this whole adventure also like there's still that underlying resentment between the two of them, mostly from Ryukin being resentment and then Natsuya being avoidance and guilt and all that. Um, and this was like a moment where Ryukin finally got to, or was like given, like forcefully given a reason to sort of like air out some of the
Grievances.
shit that she was feeling.
Yeah.
And the only person that she really was actually had grievances against was Nastya. So like through that battle, she was trying like chasing her around the map.
He
um,
stared
Yeah,
across the
that was
entire
pretty bad
map.
because
yeah,
basically 2 of you were out of the fight the entire time because you were
yeah.
fighting each other.
Our barbarian and our fucking rogue, dude. Like that's our tank.
But you pulled
Both are
through it.
tanks.
Yes, both are tanks, right? And yeah, so to like get that like shit like sorted out quick, like Reika just like shot Ryukin until she
Yeah, one
got
of them
knocked
went
out.
down. Yeah, Rukin went down.
Yeah, and Reiko's just like it must be done. Goodbye, and shot her.
Uh,
Um,
and you moved on to the next room. Rukin's
yes,
back up,
yeah,
and it's the far future, right?
mhm,
And
Asteroids.
like the world is falling apart. Asteroids are raining down, and who's there to save everybody? All the civilians, also you.
our go,
Rock Rackus,
Our
our fucking
boy.
go.
our boy, full of shit, but apparently he'll be there when it counts.
Yeah.
The king of cucking. I love it. The king of cucking kings. It's wonderful.
Uh,
On the moon.
I just want to say we're getting very close to getting a full explanation of Rock Rackus's cucking adventures.
Nice.
That is fully explained in the course of this campaign. I want you guys to know that.
I'm
That's so
so
funny. They've been
excited.
alluding to it for so long.
Yeah.
It really cracks me up.
It will horribly ruin your perception of this man, which was probably already pretty bottom of the barrel.
Honestly, I might make you like him more. I don't know. I think he's great.
Yeah. It might do even.
Yeah, I love that he cooked the king on the moon. It's really funny to me.
It's
I
like
well,
it might be one of my favorite all-time pieces of D&D lore.
oh, so good. Well, and I think the best thing about it is that like Reika's probably just gonna be like, I don't care. I don't give a shit. You do what you want. That's not my problem. So yes, we finished that room and basically we have to like save some civilians and like get across a river or whatever
You're
with
being like
some
chased by
flames.
like an army of demons too.
Yeah, it's a lot. And we escape that room, get to the end of it, and we are finally presented with the thing that we traveled all this way to get, the Ark of Rada. That is lost, or now found, I guess.
Then yeah, the now found.
Or
Which
has
is
sort of
like-
always been found.
Which is like a circlet. If it was like razor blade thin, this is not a thing you actually want to have on your head.
No, it's like fucking
Yeah,
putting like
spikes.
a razor blade frisbee disc on your head. And we have it now. We're happy. And I think after that, that's where we end that session, and we pick up
Yes.
again, I think, with like just immediately sort of saying our farewells to Petronka and thanking him for allowing him to go in there and hoping for the best for him and his people and yada yada yada, and then making our way out.
Then we leave.
And we leave, yeah. Oh no, that wasn't when we ended the session. We ended the session later because we ended the session on freak shit.
Oh yes, there was confrontation.
There was. So we
Finally.
ended that session a couple of days out, or like the day after or something. And we were already out back on the road, headed back to Sentosa. And Nastya revealed that she has this crazy new ability where she can sort of project an idea of someone in her brain and communicate with them in her brain. And she decided to do that with
right.
Ryukin.
The session ends with like Nastya self-flagellating.
Yes. And she decided to do that because she was like, finally, I got to see Ryukin at her most angry at me, and I want to experience that at its fullest, because I fucking hate myself. And that's where we ended the session on.
Yeah, so she basically just summoned like a memory imprint of Ryukin to tell her she's a horrible person.
Yes. And we started the session with some other stuff, but I'll just jump right into that and then we'll get back to the other stuff. So they have this, and it's so crazy to me because it's like this, it's an imprint of Ryukin, so it's not the real Ryukin at all. The real Ryukin doesn't have any idea this is happening. And it's just like the idea of Ryukin at her most angry. And basically Nastya, the real Nastya, is sitting there in her mind palace,
allowing herself to get beat
like,
up.
Not just allowing herself to get beat up, but like provoking Ryukin to get to that point, and then just like letting Ryukin wail on her, like it's what she deserves.
Yeah, like memory Ryukin beats the absolute shit out of Nastya, and at one point, like, because she's like, Nastya's just like going up into a fucking tree to like do all this in private. So she gets the absolute shit beat out of her, and at one point, Rekka just finds her with a bloody nose, and she's like, "You good?"
Hey, brother, what are you doing? Yeah. Yeah. So she does that on her own, and literally nobody knows about it. It's fucking crazy. While that's happening, Reika talks to Ryukin and is like, "Hey, I shot you. I know this. I'm aware of this. You're aware of this. I'm not going to apologize for it, but I just want you to understand the reason why I did it."
It was for the greater good.
It was because I had to in the moment. It's what I felt like what I had to do, and I'm not going to apologize for that. But I just want you to be aware that's why I did it. Thank you, goodbye. And Ryukin's like, "Great, I understand. I'm glad we had this talk." And then I think like a day or so. I think there's like a couple of days where Ryukin considers how she wants to speak with Nastya about what had happened.
Yeah, and
It's sort of like the whole thing.
Yeah, and a couple days go by, and they have the conversation, and it starts kind of the same.
Yeah.
It goes better.
The thing is because originally she asks Shura for consultation. She's like, "Hey, I have no idea how to approach this. Can you like give me an idea about what I should do?" And Shura takes a very pragmatic sort of uh coworker to coworker approach, where she's like,
Yes.
"Well, you guys don't have to like get to the heart of it. Like, that's not why we're here. We're not here to be buddy-buddy. We're here to work together, and if you can, like, find a way to work together, even if that means moving beyond it without actually addressing it, then that's fine, and maybe you should try that. And
It
Ryukin's
doesn't
like,
work.
all right, bet. I'll do that. And so she goes to Nastya and she's just like, hi, can we just sort of like, forget all this ever happened and all that? And Nastya's like, what the fuck are you talking about? No. And like storms off. And Ryukin's like, oh, okay, that didn't work. She comes back to Shura and Reika's there also, kind of defeated, and she's like, okay, that didn't work. I don't know what to do now. I feel very lost. And Reika's basically like, hey, I can read that motherfucker like a book. And if you like really want to get to the heart of the problem, you can't let her talk around you in circles, because that's kind of what she does best. To avoid at any point talking about herself, she will make the conversation always about you. And you need to know what's on her mind. So don't let her do that. And Ryukin's like, okay, I'll try that. And then I think a couple days pass. We're like, let it simmer a little bit. And then she tries it again. And Ryukin's like, hey, that's on me for fucking it up the first time, but like really, like, why is this a thing? Like, what's your experience of this whole situation? I want to like get to know it. I want to like know why all this is, how you feel about all this. And it works. Not to toot my own horn or anything.
Rekka does know how Nastya ticks.
Yeah, she
Much
does.
more than Shura does.
I fear. Well, it's not like they're friends. Shura and Nastya. Lamau. But yeah, Nastya basically, I don't really remember what the specifics of the conversation was, but
Nastya appreciates just like blunt honesty.
yeah. And they do find common ground, I think.
Yeah. And then what follows is if you've seen Berserk, it's that scene where Guts walks in on Griffith taking a bath, buck naked at the well. And then he starts throwing buckets of water at each other, and then they're like, we're best friends. I love
We're
you.
buds now. I love that. Yeah, they did this. They had this whole conversation by a river.
It's slightly homoerotic.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Ryukin finds Nastya kind of moe, I think.
That is the perfect way to describe it.
Yeah, like underneath like her very avoidant exterior.
Yes.
She's kind of endearing. And she takes out that cuteness aggression, I think, by pushing her into a river.
Yes.
And tucking her in the water. Yeah. We hear like screaming or like shouting and shit, and everybody else comes running, and we all have a bit of a laugh about it.
So they
wrestling in the river.
They found common ground over their bosses. So Ryukin was talking about Fiorella and then asked Nastya what she thought about, I think, Victoria. And that's what got Nastya to like, oh, well, I didn't do it because I hated you. I did it because
there was nothing else. You were sort of, yeah.
And like Victoria's like someone that like Nastya had a very close relationship with, and now she knows that like Tatiana and Grandis Komanov were pulling the strings, and I mean when everything all kind of went to shit, Victoria was like, yeah, they're coming after you next, like you fucked up. So like she still kind of has like an affinity for Victoria, and maybe we'll see Victoria again one day.
Well, and then like Tatiana, I think, revealed to her that they have like.
They're re-educating Victoria.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Yeah,
that'll definitely go.
That term has never been used in a good way.
No, never. never. So yeah, they find a bit of common ground, and at least at the moment, it seems like they've, you know,
It's still
gotten
made up.
past a little bit of gotten past like the worst of.
You know, Steph isn't here. I just want to say I do have a stat block for a re-educated Victoria.
No.
Of course you do.
I love Kill Nasty a Day.
Yes.
Gotta be one of my favorite days of the
It's
week.
every day.
Yeah. We gotta rename Saturdays to Kill Nasty a Day. So we carry on, I think, after that.
Yeah.
And
We
back
spent.
to Sentosa.
I went into that session with like 6 slides, and then we didn't touch a single one of those slides until like 3 hours in.
I know we had so much we wanted to talk about.
But it
Oh,
was
that's beautiful.
juicy.
It was great. I'm glad we did it. Finally, at long last. Yes. So we got back to Sentosa, I believe, after that. We took the rest of the trip. Was uneventful. And we presented, I think, or we let a Thrilla know that we're back. We got it. This is where my memory starts to get a little hazy.
Let me know where I need to jump in.
Yeah, so we tell her that we have, and we mentioned that no help was sent outside of us. And she just tells us that the arc potentially be dangerous because the memories aren't. They're not just illusions; they're like real manifestations. Could really mess with She describes Casparina as not being the most stable, right? But since we did what we said we would, gives us permission to take Casparina. So
Yeah.
start hunting memory.
Yeah, so like before you even leave Sentosa, you pick up on 2 memories. One right because after you come back, shortly after you come back, Thrilla brings Katharina to the temple, and this is where you learn that this is the nature of the beef between Thrilla and Katharina.
The nature of the beef.
The nature of the beef. A few centuries ago, indeterminate. No, Katharina had come up, and she had been like, "Hey, they kidnapped my daughter. I want to launch a rescue mission." And she was flanked by Sword Iran and Matriarch Latika. And the 2 of them were on board for reasons we will get to very shortly. And Thriller was like, it's not a whole lot of the women left in this community, especially the older ones. So we can't have all the matriarchs in one place at one time. I'm gonna stay back, but I also have some men with you. So that happens. And then the other memory you got here in Starbriga was like just like a general like kind of like awareness like visionary thing that you probably had already kind of pictured. But like Azerby and Katharina walk into a room and Katharina's like, I need you to go here, here, and here. And it's pretty clear that like Castorina does not love this man. He's a means to an end. And at the end of the memory, Adruby's like, he's basically like, hey, if I'm leaving tomorrow, can we like get one more time?
So crazy.
And she's like, no,
Of course not.
absolutely not, not a chance.
This is truly like, let's just meet all the worst straight people you can imagine. To a group of people, a group of women who are decidedly not straight.
But that is basically what happens here in Sarbriga. And then you guys head out of town to figure out Castorina's memories. And does she love Adruby? Probably not. No, absolutely not.
We will come to learn soon who she really did love.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Is this where we do the big recap of the lore?
Yes, it is. The beginning of session 58.
Yeah, it's I gave you the big recap at the beginning of session 58, and then in terms of what we're actually doing right now, we're probably towards the end of session 58. You guys go ahead. I'll
Yeah,
intervene
let's-
if I need to.
There's so much.
Yeah, there's but after those initial memories, for Rizal, pulled into by the orchard. That there are only women left.
Mhm.
They discuss attacks by the clergy and against the clergy, and it slowly becomes clear to us funeral
Yes.
then we get kicked out of town.
Well, we get kicked out after
like-
the next one, I think, right?
Yes.
Because we go to the beach where her house used to be.
Mhm.
And she was like hanging out with her daughter in this memory, and then Nicodemus fucking shows up.
Yeah, so Castorina has two daughters, Longa and Gala,
Yeah.
and Nicodemus steps on the scene. And as you're walking through Rizal, there's like this like strange, just like overly friendly elderly man who keeps waving his hand at you. You guys are all like, he's just a nice guy.
We're like, that's weird, but I don't care.
Yeah, and then this man walks into the room, and as he walks into the memory, he starts shifting into another figure, and you're like, fuck a Nicodemus.
And then he's like summons some fucking boys. Now, I don't remember. Were the golems and the zombies part of the memory?
No, so like he
Wasn't?
kind of, so like he let the memory play out, but he was also very cognizant of what was happening. So he gave you little tidbits along the way. So you got the general gist of what was happening, and he was like, "Oh," and from the memory, he was just like, "Oh, me and Castorina meeting up with her daughters, and Castorina had been hurt, but like Nicodemus nursed her back to health, and they're gonna go and negotiate for peace. And then Nicodemus says his one line about he goes up there, caresses Longa's face, and he goes, "I really wish I could have saved you." And then he
Fucking asshole.
we'll get there momentarily.
Yeah.
Don't drop the gun. And then yeah, all of that happens, and where the fuck was I? Holy fuck. Yeah, so you guys start like holy fuck. Guys, I've had a little bit to drink during this recap. I don't know where I am right
You're so fine. I'm only muted because I'm eating an apple. Let me finish, and then I can jump into.
I think we move on to Ushantu after this.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So this is where. So Ushantu
Yeah.
is like a
I'm
former.
I'm like drunk, but like if you give me a stabilizing force, I can tell you where we are.
So this is where like a former like base of operation. And so we were kind of back and
Yes.
forth as to whether or not we should go there, because since she doesn't have her memories, it could be really risky. But also because she was like former bigwig at the OB, we might be able to get away with it.
Bigwig is underselling it. From what you can tell, she's number
She like
3.
was the
Yeah.
ob, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, from what you can tell, it's Nicodemus. He's number 1, clearly, and then the GR family line, and then
And
Casfarina.
then Casparina.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she's like his right hand arm man, you know. She's a silly rabbit.
Unfortunately,
I know, unfortunately. Yeah, she like led Ushanti. Like that was like her city. So we were like, we're not really sure if we should be here.
I just want to say before we head into the final, like probably like 2 sessions of this adventure,
Mhm.
Nicodemus has a monologue coming up, and it is probably the most misogynistic thing I will ever say.
Oh my god.
Even worse than Azerby?
Even worse.
Absolutely.
I'm so excited to be able to paint him as a misogynist.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get in detail, but he does call Kasarina an idiot girl.
No! No, we really have to kill him.
Yep.
We'll get into the specifics of it when we get there, but
He's gonna be saying this to a bunch of idiot girls. So in Ushanti we get oh, so we decide to go to Ushanti because we were like, we should know. I mean, this is the place that she led. We should try. And on our way there, we are immediately confronted with the current leader of the place, a guy named Ajit. And he's like, "Hey, y'all, what's up? Come on in, hang out. We know you. Let's chill." And we're like, "Okay."
we
We've
have
been
the
expecting
hotel
you.
room already set up for you. You should go here.
Yeah, you should come hang out. And we're like, sure, let's, yeah. We don't immediately go to the hotel room. We immediately go to look for memories. And the first memory we find is one that takes place in a garden, where Kasparina is like clearly has her hands full and she's doing sort of juggling a lot of stuff right now during the war, I believe.
Yeah, Nicodemus shows up, and she's just like, and he's like, Do you know planar magic? I think I have something.
Yeah, he's like trying to like explain his like grand plan to her, and she's like, I can't right now. I'm like,
And he's like, this could change everything we're doing. And then Casperina's like, I don't really want to do this anymore.
both her daughters at this point, both of her daughters have died
Uh,
for reasons
I,
we don't know of yet.
no. She specifically says that Longa is still alive.
Oh yeah, I have a thing here. Dala has died. Dala died in the malice, and then Longa was stolen by the dragon at this point.
And she says Longa is still alive, and she says I need to be here for my daughter. So this is probably before Longa got stolen by the dragon.
Mm.
Yeah, and then she's like, "Hey, I want you to be here, but if we're just gonna rehash the same old fights, you can leave."
Yeah, and he's got his like crazy planar magic theory stuff that he keeps on going on about too.
Yeah, so he keeps rehashing the same old fights, and she's like, "Oh, well, I tried, Nick." And then she gets her guards to like escort him out of the city.
Damn. Get him. Rip to your daughter, but get him.
So that's the first memory.
Yeah, the second one is we go to a manor that I think nobody lives in at current. And Casperina used to live there. And she had just been like chilling, like looking at books and stuff in this memory, and then we smell cigarette smoke, and Nicodemus rolls up, and she's like, oh, "William," and then we get his first,
And we
get
all gasp.
brain blasted by his normal ass name, and he's like, "No, call me Nicodemus." And I guess this has been like, this is a memory in which he had been gone for a while, I think.
Yeah.
And he had like jumped bodies like across continents to like get back to her.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I started in Pilus. I went all of this way. Had to walk the rest of this way."
Yeah.
And he was like, I will call for you soon when I have my plan figured out. But you just live your life. Listen to what your advisor said, your mentor said about what you gotta do for the Eladrin people. You live, and I will call you when I have a plan.
Mm-hmm. And this is when we sort of work out that William here, we only know of one William from history. And that's the great philosopher William Miller.
We know of one William that is into some of these ideas. And it's your boy.
It was a big name, yeah.
Yeah.
So we think
William
that's
Miller.
the same dude. After that's the last memory we have in Ushanti.
Yes.
And at this point we're like, hey, should we stay the night? Or should we take them up on that hotel offer, or should we head out? And then we're like, we should probably just leave. I think we should leave. So we decide to like sneak out. And we are trailed, I think. But we managed to get away without any confrontation. And we spend the night on our boat because this place is sort of on the coast.
We're a second and a half away, guys. We can make it.
We can do it. We can do it. This is
Almost
also
there.
the most dense part, but we got it. We got it. So I think we decide to head straight for
from Ushanti, you want to head to Sabriga.
Sabriga, yes. Yeah. So we were just kind of going in order of the stuff that we had by proximity of what was on the map. So we went to Sabriga, and we kind of had the idea that this memory that we were going to witness was going to be in the middle of the city, and that could be dangerous because these memories tend to cause physical manifestations.
Yeah,
Lots of havoc.
Point, when you had the memory, because the first time you experienced one of these like physical interactions was in that memory where you saw Azerby and Kasarina's like relationship, and then Azerby bumps into you during his memory. He just looks at you, and then he just proceeds with the memory.
Mhm.
It's very physical.
Yeah, 100%. And like like shit has like attacked us like from these memories before, so it's like
Mhm.
yeah, we've yeah, they're very real. So we're
Yeah,
like, we should probably consult people because this memory is definitely going to happen in a very crowded place, and we don't want that
yeah.
to be an issue.
And you're pretty certain there's going to be a dragon, and Bear is the nation that had to fight itself out of dragon control.
Dragondom.
So
Yes, dragon tyranny. Yeah.
it's a sensitive subject.
So they don't love them here, which is understandable. So we end up deciding to go to speak with the Bruce, the leader of
Good
Bear.
friend.
Good friend
And,
Bruce.
and he's like, I'll help you guys. I'll clear the square, but fuck the pores.
Yeah. And he's also like, hey, I know you're Casperina, you're cool because you killed a dragon here. And I think that's pretty sick. So
But I hate the
he yeah. So he cleared out like the place or the area in town where we sensed that this memory was going to happen. And like had guards out and stuff. So like no one would be in that area and would get hurt possibly.
Well protected.
Yeah. And we let it rip.
And it is a wild vision.
Yeah, it is.
You see her being stabbed in the back by Sordaron and Matriarch Latika. And her daughter Longa definitely does die.
Yeah, so like
My
the dragon that had stolen her was the dragon Religo. And this was like a big confrontation between her, Casfarina, and Religo to get her daughter back. And unfortunately, before she could really do anything about it, her closest advisors had stabbed her in the back.
So her and Duran have this epic fight throughout the town square. And then she like drops a building on his ass.
It's crazy stuff.
And she turns to the others and they start to fly away. He's like, and then she's like, hold up, I'll get to you in a second. And she turns back to Duran and drops a lightning bolt on his ass.
Yeah, like this bitch was powerful.
Uh, she stopped playing around, and then she turns back
Yeah.
to the other two, and she's like, "Hey, yo, dragon, drop her bitch ass. Just do it, do it." And he does. So that
Ouch.
kills Latika, and the dragon swoops around to kill her, and she kills the dragon. But you guys are like viewing this from like a third party angle, and you see that Duran gets away.
Yeah, we get to watch him leave. A thing that Casperina never would have seen.
Yeah, she was too busy
Or
Raging.
farming. Yeah.
raging.
And mourning, but mostly raging.
And yeah. So we pursue this guy. In that we sort of ask around and we're like, hey, do you know like a fucking old legend that hang out in your country? And
Yeah, because like Castorina had been like, oh, this guy, major hotshot general, he definitely never came back to L5R.
yeah. And so we end up tracking him down to like some like convent in the boonies or whatever, where it's just a bunch of Eladrin dudes just like living out their days and by themselves. We confront him, and he is not happy to see us. At least not happy to see Casarina. And I don't recall why, and I really need to write it down. But what exactly did he say to us?
Give me a moment here. I will fill you in. So yeah, you got to this like Eladrin man bro enclave. And I mean, because he had been pretty badly hurt when he sneaked away, so you kind of had like a general idea of what he probably looked like, and you laid the description out. You come out to his enclave, and they're like, "We don't know that name," and you pressured them a little bit further, and they're like, "Do you mean Abuelo?" Because again, Bear is Mexico,
Yes. And we're like,
Right.
probably sure.
and you talk a little bit more. They bring you inside, and he's at the counter having a drink. He looks up, he sees Kasarina, and he's like, "Oh, you finally found me. You're gonna kill me now, right? This is it. This is the end of it." And Kasarina's just like, "I just want answers." And you gotta like pressure the answers out of him, and he's just like, "Look, Kasarina's responsible for like whatever happened to us. She destroyed our people. It's all her fault. We never should have gotten her daughter involved. Her daughter was innocent. It was wrong of us to get her involved. That was fucked up. We shouldn't have done it. But Kasparina should have hiccups.
She shouldn't have killed everybody.
Yeah.
And he also mentioned that like the plan to like kidnap and kill her daughter was given to him by an unmemorable man.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
who smelled like
Very
cigarette smoke.
nondescript face, but that guy, man, he sure did love his leaf of Nicodemus.
Yeah. And we were like, God fucking damn it.
Guys,
All right.
I think we all need to step back for a moment. So Nicodemus, leaf of Nicodemus, did the weed come first or the man?
Oh. I mean,
If he was
he's
William
gotta
first, then probably the weed.
probably the weed, because then he would have been like, "Oh, I love this shit. I'm gonna name myself
Name myself
Marlboro."
after- yeah.
Yeah.
I love this campaign. I do kind of hate that our big bad is just the world's biggest stoner.
I wonder how much of it is weed or if it's tobacco, you know? Or do they specifically say that it's marijuana?
They give the impression that while Leaf Nicodemus is not entirely like banned, it is somewhat frowned upon. So I lean towards weed.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah. I don't see like smoking tobacco has never like at least in our world.
Ugh. I've had some secondhand smoke, and I've just been like, I've never been like, what if we just rearranged the entire planes of existence?
I mean, I've seen the Hat Man a couple of times when I've had an edible, that's for sure, but never like thought about like you know, changing the world. So yes, he reveals to us that a guy who smells very strongly of the leaf of Nicodemus had given him the plan to kidnap and kill Casparina's daughter. Which is
You guys
great.
are all like, well, it's got to be him.
Yeah, I mean, who the fuck else would it be? This guy's name is William. At that point, I think we decide we are done with Bear.
Mm.
And we move on to Ella Primos. Where a lot of shit, we learn a lot of stuff.
This is the big one. All of the.
Yes. So we first go to like farmland outside of Ella Primos.
Yeah, as you're approaching the city.
Yes. And we get a memory of Casfarina like in the like
thick of it.
Basically,
where
at the moment of the Great Malice.
yes. we like see Thrasma in the sky and everything, and we see like a bunch of like burned corpses of Eladrin women. And she's like holding a charred corpse of someone who's utterly unrecognizable because of how burned she is.
And when she comes out of it, she can't tell you who that body was.
No. And then we go into the city, and we go to a church, and we have to very politely ask the guy who runs the church to just step out. And by
You-
politely, I mean we knock him out and make him forget that we're here.
Yeah,
Yes.
you did not ask this man.
No, we just said,
You beat
bonk.
the living shit out of him.
Yeah, we just said bonk. And made
This
him
is
forget
fine.
who we were. Yeah. And this was a memory where this church had turned into like a triage clinic just after the war, or like during the war, but just after the Greymouth stuff.
Yeah. So
Oh no, it was way before. Yeah.
yeah. So like, let me just get a quick recap here again. So the clergy and the L5 Arons, they fought some years ago. It was a surprise attack. The clergy won, and then the L5 Arons, they waited 50 years because they're Aladdin. They live fucking
Yeah,
way
50
too
years
long.
is not.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So it was like nothing. They waited 50 years. They took a second strike, and no, this is where like Castlevania got involved in the war. So
Yeah. So this like her at this triage clinic. This is when Nicodemus first
so like yeah, like they like
meets
laid
her.
they laid when they headed out 50 years later, they laid siege to LA Primos, which current day is the capital, the clergy, but back then it was not the capital. The capital back then was Mathia,
Yeah.
and LA Primos, which is like the closest like major colony.
Yeah. And this is where Casfarina meets Nicodemus for the first time. And basically this triage place, each like slowly each of the Eladrin that are here are dying. Like one by one. And she meets him and he wants her to like hang out and like be his pal and stuff, work with her, wants to negotiate peace with the clergy. And she's like one of the only ones who agrees, and like the only way she's the only one who agrees is because there's no one else left to not agree because he
Yeah.
is the
so,
one who's slowly killing all these guys who are
like
here.
over a period of like several weeks, he's like talking to these like patients, assessing how fervent they are about religion, and well, some
If
of
they're
them
too much, yeah.
don't die. Uh, the cripples that can't help him, he just sends them off. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're
He's
Yeah.
not
useless.
that evil.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cripples can go.
But
Everyone
but
else he properly assesses. And if
and
you're
anybody
like
who like doesn't agree, then he takes them out.
if you're like a little too passionate about religion, uh he uh he offs you.
Yeah, until Casfarina was like the only one left.
So that last night he goes to Casarina and he's like, "Hey, I want to head back to L5. I want you to come with me. We can negotiate peace. We'll come back here after that. We get everyone on board. We can end this war. It's over. Peace between our peoples." And by this point, Casarina, it's been like 2 or 3 weeks with this guy, and he has not been terrible to her face.
Yes.
So she trusts him, and she agrees.
That was her
And then
first
she's
mistake.
like, "Hey, what about everyone else?" And he's like, "There's no one else. It's just you. Everyone else died." And then he walks out of the room and kills everybody else.
Yeah. And that's where we end that session.
Lovely.
And
got one
then
left.
we got one more. This happened last week, everybody. This is huge. We are still in Ale Primos, and we have one more memory in the city that we know of, and it is at like a state library. We go to this library. It's pretty late at night, but it seems like it's still open. And we wander in, and we wander through the halls until we get to a hall that has like a bunch of stained glass windows. Memory happens. Casfarina and Nicodemus are sneaking into the place, and they meet up with a bunch of bishops who Nicodemus have seemed to be convinced that they would be able to help them. And they're still adamant about wanting to do these peace talks, wanted to stop the war. And Casfarina is there to represent the Eladrin in the peace talks.
And this is like Nicodemus explicitly says that they've already talked to the people on L5R, so that probably sets this after one of those memories in Rizal.
Yes. And unfortunately, as they meet up with these bishops, the bishops are like, snap their fingers and they're like, get 'em, boys. And they conjure light, and a bunch of clergy guards swarm in and capture the two of them.
And
They,
Kasrina is a cool bitch, so she
yeah.
keeps her composure.
And
Wow.
Unlike
Nicodemus just
him.
fucking flips.
Yeah, he
He flips
loses his
out.
mind.
Yeah. And they drag them away to the Isle of Odium, a place
we've been to
we are
before.
familiar with. Yes, we know this place. The Isle of Odium is a prison island.
Well, the
Off the
clergy's
coast of
worst
Peloponnese.
enemies.
Yeah. Prisons, the clergy's worst enemies, and a big fucking demon in the basement. And we're like, we can just go back there. We've been there before. It wasn't that bad. I mean, we did like a blood pact with a demon, but it's fine. She hasn't like fucked us over. So.
We know not to make another blood pact with it.
Yeah, and like she seemed fine otherwise.
Honestly,
I mean, she liked to stir up shit, but you know.
And you
You
gotta
can't blame
sail
her.
out there. You gotta convince another. You get pretty close to get your rowboats out there,
Mhm.
and you land on the island, and you're looking around, and Castorina's like, "Oh, holy fuck! This whole island might be the memory."
Yeah, it's wild. And right as she says that, we see someone standing at the lighthouse, waving a hand, gesturing us to come over to her.
And you go up there, and she's like, "I'm church security."
Yeah, hey, we knew you were coming.
Yeah. So like, I'm gonna just accompany you down there, make sure you don't get up to any trouble. But if you say no and you kick my ass, you're in trouble.
And we're like, yes, ma'am, okay. And then we turn around and we're like, we're gonna kick her ass.
Yeah. We immediately plot to beat her up.
Yeah.
So you go down into the vaults,
Yes.
and as soon as you enter, you're basically like, "I'm gonna dump her ass."
Yeah, we try to beat her up, and then she immediately turns invisible and runs and escapes, and we're like, fuck. Shit. Which is, we'll live with that.
And you get some memory play out, and like Nicodemus is like, "There's only one." And in the past, Nicodemus is like, "From what I heard, there's only one way out of this prison, and it's through that portal from like their like super demon." And you go out there and you watch them fiddle with this puzzle for like an hour while you're all just like, "It's a
We
blood
know.
sacrifice, guys. It's a
We
blood
already know. We've done this one.
sacrifice." They fiddle with it for an hour before Casarina's like, "You think it's a blood sacrifice?"
Maybe it's a blood sacrifice.
But there's like 3 robots outside. You guys are like, "Yeah, they're robots, whatever."
They were like, posing as like fucking statues, and we're
Yeah,
like, that's
statues.
crazy. Anyways, we were like, they're magical and they're statues, but we can't do anything about it, so we're
It's
leaving.
probably just part of the memory. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. I don't care. Yeah, and I think like right as they like get like the two of them start talking to Ashimishim too.
Yeah, like they head down there. You guys follow them, and Ashima Shim2 starts like they have a little bit of like chit chat, and then Ashima Shim2 starts relaying the ritual, which is basically to like manifest an idea in the form of a god or whatever your belief makes
Deity.
you god. It's basically a fucking tulpa. And suddenly you hear some knocking from the top of the stairs.
And the beautiful, beautiful voice
His southern dulcet tones.
of Benedict Pemberton
And
as a big robot.
he yells down. He goes, "These are my rivals. Can you shut the fuck up? I'm doing something right now."
And we're like, no, can you shut the fuck up? We're doing something right now. And then
And he
he
comes down.
fights
He
us.
starts fighting you, and then suddenly, that clergy guard magically appears, and she goes, "I'm doing something right now."
Yeah. And she's like,
Really?
surprise, bitch, I'm not actually a clergy guard. I'm
I'm the super vampire.
I'm Grandis Komanov, the
The
best
grandest.
bitch vampire in the world. And we're like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
And your boy Pemberton is just like, I don't. Well, can you do this some counter time? I'm busy.
Yeah,
These
like
are
I'm
my
trying to kill these
rivals.
guys.
These are
Yeah.
my biggest rivals. This is my whole life, and you guys are like, you're actually not.
You're like, what are you gonna do about it, dude?
Like, we
And
actually don't care about you at all.
yeah, and then he was like, okay, well then let's just like take care of her, and then after she's dead, I'll fuck you up. And we're like, sure.
And then he
But then you
immediately
guys did really
betrays
good.
us.
And he was like,
Yeah.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah, enemy of my enemy. And for 3 seconds we are
Yeah.
allies, and then he immediately starts to wail on Ryukin.
He lets Rukin leave, and then beats up Rekka.
Yeah, and we're like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
And he tries out a new strategy, which doesn't really work all that well.
Disco ball.
Disco ball.
Not very effective.
No. We do end up taking out Grandis Komanov because she was just a simulacrum. So after a while, she just shattered into ice
And
and
now she
melted
knows
away.
how to manifest a god.
Yeah, because during this whole combat, Ashima Shimtu was detailing a ritual of how to become a god and manifest one, and we're like, okay, now all these people fucking know. We do eventually afterwards turn on Pemberton and blow up the rest of his robots.
And you guys teleport outside, and Castorina has a horrible realization where she's like, "Oh God, we brought this ritual right to the clergy, and then all our people died. Oh God, this is all my fucking fault."
Yeah, like they
Yeah.
like Ashima Shimtu like says like, hey, here's a good idea. You guys give this to the clergy and they'll summon their guy, and then you'll know the name of their guy, and then you can blow them all up. And
Yeah,
then like didn't
because like
happen that
there's
way.
like a feedback loop when you kill their guy, and
Yeah.
Ashima Shintu's like, just trick them into summoning their guy. It'll be fine.
It was not fine.
It
was
was
not.
Hey, listen, it's the future now. It was not fine. Is that where we left off? Was right there?
Yeah,
Because we were gonna
Yep.
come back later. So
Yeah, because we left the chamber, and then we were like,
you
yeah,
don't
we
want to
need
get
to
too far.
retconning what Nastia has to say. So that's the end of the session.
Yes, because Grandis Komanov had some things to say to Nastya and Ryukin, and we wanted Nastya to be here for them. So yeah, that's where we ended. We're fucking caught up, dudes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So 10 sessions almost still takes us 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
To be fair, those ones were particularly dense.
These were, yeah. These last like 3 sessions were just all memory.
Was like a whole
dense.
hour and a half just to do these.
Yeah, I mean, we're in a very like lore heavy.
Yeah, maybe the next 10 will be less heavy. I don't know. But yeah, there you have it.
This campaign is fucking insane.
This shit's whack, dude. And every time we boot it up, I'm excited for more. Ugh. But good. It is midnight though, so
Yes, it is.
All right, I will see you guys tomorrow for the
Yeah.
actual game.
yeah. And thank y'all for hanging out in chat
Yeah.
this whole
Yeah.
time. I love that.
Funny.
Yeah.
Full viewers.
Yeah.
And if any of you tell me tomorrow you suddenly can't make it, I will find you.
I salute. Don't worry, my sire. I will be here. No doubt about it. Unless I get anemic and have to go to the hospital.
Oh, that is a valid excuse. All right. Good night.
All right. Now, y'all.